Nickelodeon.
What are they gonna do? Speaking of 10-item slot backpacks, we're back. That's a World of Warcraft joke. Hello. Um, yes, our second session of our new campaign. Uh, yep. I got nothing. Kate, what do you got?
I got an Etsy shop, and a Redbubble. So you can go check those out. Link for the Etsy shop is in the chat. And the Redbubble shop you can find at capital K, capital R, capital Theater on Redbubble.
Now,
Pretty cool stuff on there. Check it out.
is that theater with an RE or an ER?
Oh, good question.
I believe it's an RE.
Ah, so the correct spelling.
Well, technically, fun fact about this, theater
Oh, here we
RE is the actual active performing theater. Theater ER is the place.
Okay,
That's a
that
lesson
is
to you
interesting.
from
I didn't know
Awesome.
that. I
That's a
didn't know
good
that.
one.
Greek
Yeah.
language base in English. Yeah.
And then there's cinemas. And speaking of cinemas, Sam, do you got anything?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Wonderful. That makes life easy. So, last we left off, on the continent of Cathatooine, hundreds of adventurers, more like 100, flocked towards the City of Embers to take part in a trial to become the chosen group to accompany renowned author Sir Arthur Wordweave on an investigation spanning Del Nasra to uncover the mysteries surrounding strange arcane phenomena that have been occurring around the world for the last 6 years. 3 small groups of companions came together as one to take part in a grand scavenger hunt, which proved chaotic and troublesome, in a sense. With this single group coming out on top after the other groups were either were either arrested, or in one case, someone died. And you won because you stole someone else's items.
Hell yeah.
This final grouping was taken by Sir Arthur towards a large hot air balloon at the back of his property, and explained how this would be their mode of transportation to the trial investigation, which would take place in a jungle that had appeared overnight about a month ago to the northwest, a jungle of gloomy mushrooms that Sir Arthur has called, quite uninspiringly, the jungle of spores. The group took off in their hot air balloon at blinding speeds towards the mushroom jungle, and as it arrived above the canopy, the magic powering the balloon ceased, and the basket and the people inside plummeted towards the canopy of the jungle and became ensnared in the branches. The jungle below is an explosion of gloomy shades of grays, black, and brown. The dirt is a deep gray, and tufts of shadowy black grass grow in large patches all over the place. The flora of the jungle is made entirely of various mushrooms of otherworldly gloomy shades and heights, most of which grow as tall as trees and form the basis of this jungle. The trees, although they resemble mushrooms, appear quite woody and have stalk-like branches where smaller mushrooms grow. Large patches of bioluminescent black and purple moss cling to almost every surface. You're 60 feet off the ground, stuck in the canopy, and you can see a small, narrow dirt road weaves throughout the jungle and heads in a westerly direction.
Did this famous storytelling author did he try calling it a sporist at all?
He did not, but that's good. It's good.
He's gonna randomly have that thought tonight. That's weird.
Oh, I should have called it a
We're fighting for
sporist.
our lives in this jungle.
A sporist.
Sporist! Why?
But yeah, you're all about 60 feet off the ground in this wicker basket, stuck in the canopy, snagged on branches and everything.
Everybody okay? Everybody alive?
Well, that was a time and a half, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yes, alive, yes.
Leek.
What a
Oh,
thrilling way to
no.
travel. We're gonna be doing that on the way back?
I think we're gonna have to walk back.
Yes, he said so. He's gonna start to find our own way back.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Well, at least the terrain is going to be probably very interesting to walk through. We're going to see lots of exciting sights. I'm excited. Are you all excited?
As soon as you say that, you hear a blood-curdling scream from somewhere deeper in the jungle. Doesn't sound humanoid. It just sounds like a blood-curdling, like blah, 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 blah. And then
Warlock.
it gets cut off short by another large scream, and then silence. Yes, it sounds like a murloc.
How do we get down from here?
Or like
Well,
this.
And then Grin's just gonna
Fly down.
flap his wings down.
For those of us who cannot fly, I can assure that we will land safely.
Creep, come on. Boonk.
You're pulling him down.
Tumbles
Yeah.
out.
Okay. He falls 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. He takes, as he hits the ground, poof, 20 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Oh God. That's rough.
That's yeah.
Nice.
And just a reminder, Featherfall works up to 5 creatures total.
Yes. So there's only
5 people left in the basket.
great. So I'll leave or
wait,
climb
where's
up to the-
Leek?
Leek's in the basket. That leaves.
count.
Oh, hold on. That's 6 people. Sorry.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I
1,
do-
2, 3, 4.
Leek is
Torger
6.
doesn't need it.
Do I get to-
Torger's good.
Do I get to have that bludgeoning damage with Blade Ward or
Did
no?
you have it up when you fell?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, 10.
Okay.
Who's the 6th person?
Leek.
There's Leek, Doe, Antyr, Hopper,
Torger.
Torger.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was only counting one person not on screen. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I was good. I'm just going to do this, and he like steps out of the basket and just moonwalks his way down.
Okay, so you're attempting to climb down?
No, I'm gonna use my wing boots.
Oh, your boots. Okay. Are you keeping track of how much of your boots you're using?
Yeah, if it's 40,
Somewhere?
if it's 40 feet per second and it recharges 2 hours every 12 hours, and I've used it in
Yeah.
2 fights in 2 days,
You're fine.
it should be okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say, it's
So
mainly
much
if
to
I
keep
do, like,
track of,
big
Caleb.
travel.
It's
No.
the boots of flying have a lot of weird stuff to keep track of.
I would say it's mainly something I need to like really highlight if
Yeah,
I'm using it for
of course.
major travel.
Yeah.
costs.
That's usually it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you just moonwalk down the tree.
Yeah,
So
I don't know how much we were up. We were
60 feet.
60.
Oh boy, I used it for 8 to 10 seconds. and
Okay,
then
cool.
Turned them off. Yeah.
There are a lot of branches, so people can attempt to climb down if they would like, or you can just jump out of the basket, and you can pull a creep and just.
No,
Plummet.
thank you.
Hopper's gonna climb up onto the edge of the basket, and then start pushing a bunch of buttons and spinning cogs on his bracer that I have right here.
And just explodes.
And it glows a soft orange hue as like little weak lines of orange light spread out to everyone as he casts Featherfall.
Okay, so the rest of you can get out of the basket and you gently
Yes. Tentatively, and it's like the
fall to the
slow
ground.
grace, like this, like the slow fall, where the foot,
Mhm.
one foot is tucked behind the other as the other gently presses down.
The flying, the
Yeah,
wild-
essentially, yeah, very
Um,
much.
Vonkar's is like just steps up onto the edge and just steps off and just drops, and then like tumbles a little bit before kind of like righting himself and then
Excellent.
landing more upright.
When you guys all touch the ground, is the creep still prone? Okay, cool, perfect. So as you all get to the ground, the dirt road that's under the basket winds and stretches through the gloomy fungal jungle. The air is thick with fireflies and an aroma similar to rotting meat mixed with an earthy vegetal note. The fireflies are giving off various colored lights, like blue, red, green, yellow, purple. And there's a wooden sign lying face down in the grass about 30 feet away, just off the side of the road. The road behind you leads to the tree line of this jungle, which has appeared somewhere within the tropical rainforest of this region. And it doesn't appear like this jungle was dropped, more like it appeared and displaced the existing environment. Yeah, so you got a road that leads deeper into the jungle, you got the road that clearly just leads out of it, and then you got a sign about 30 feet off the road.
Antyr's hand reaches forward, and as it does, almost like a glove being removed, another hand passes through. He'll cast Magus Reach and grab the wooden sign.
Okay.
To hold it up.
Who here can read Sylvan? Okay. So, Hopper, Grin,
Yes.
and Leek. The
And
sign,
Antyr.
And Antyr. Cool. The sign reads 8 miles to Rot Wallow Tower.
What is this, Rotwallow Tower?
Have I ever heard anything that sounds like that?
None of you would have heard of Rot Wallow Tower.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
What are we looking
But
for here again?
you know Sylvan, no?
Yes.
Hopper, you know it?
I am from the Feywild. I spent most
You're from the Feywild, sure?
Oui, yes.
Ah, all right.
And Leek will pipe up and go, yeah, I know Sylvan too. My mama taught me it.
It is very good to know multiple languages so you can converse with multiple creatures.
And you see Leek's, like, gecko tongue come and snatch one of the fireflies and eat it.
Beautiful. Antyr's gonna summon Endelus.
Alright. As you summon Endelus, this is new to you as he appears. Oh, hey there!
Oh, jeez. Hello.
So you also see this Potu bird appear. It just goes, I can talk now!
Oh, this is new.
Yep.
It's perfect. Could you just do a couple fly arounds, keep a safe distance overhead, and watch? Keep your eyes a little open.
This tiny little bird just, or actually Potu birds aren't that small, are they? I can't remember.
They're like, yeah, they're not too small.
Cool. Up into the air. And kind of blends in with the light that the jungle's giving off, this purple-black light. So, Endylus is basically incredibly difficult to spot, aside from the 2 big yellow eyes. So you just see 2, like, big yellow eyes floating through the air.
Did your bird say he couldn't talk earlier?
Not whenever I first summoned him, no. That is a new occurrence, so... But, you know... Stranger things have happened in these last 6 years, so...
Oh, true. I just the other day, my mule Cornelius started talking.
You have a mule?
Mm-hmm.
Also, maybe I
Oh, he's back. He's back at the inn. He's back at the inn.
Got it.
Maybe I misheard. Did you say that your bird says that he couldn't talk?
No. Not whenever I originally summoned them.
Because I thought that was going to be a hard conversation to have if someone says that they couldn't talk.
And then they could?
Well,
I
if you
mean,
says
how else would they say
that
that they
couldn't,
can't speak?
I'm lost.
it's like, if you like takes a bite of something you can't chew.
Well, the thing is, so the verbal, speaking is new, but we can communicate with each other through our minds. Have you not done that before? Hand goes up and a finger points. Torger, I'm in your mind.
It's pronounced Torger.
I don't care.
Torger, as Antyr is speaking in your mind, you also just hear constant, unending giggling. Just.
Oh, why is you giggling in my head?
What?
Why
Who?
are you giggling in my head?
I was just speaking to you, and it wasn't giggling.
Oh,
No?
yes, but you starts to giggle, you starts to talk to me, and then the giggles they happen. So,
I think I was that funny. Thank you.
No, no, I do not laugh.
Oh, okay.
But there is giggling in my head.
So you thought it was funny internally, but not externally. So it's like saying, haha, that was very funny. You were very funny, but without physically laughing. I get
No,
it.
you do not. What I'm saying to you is that as you said things to me, there was giggling inside my head that came independent of the things you were saying, because if I'm being brutally honest, you said nothing that was funny. Why would I laugh?
I honestly don't know. I don't know what you find funny and what you don't find funny.
This is what happens with new friends.
You discover new things of each other.
Okay, so every time you talk inside someone's brain, there's all sorts of giggling that is unsolicited. Okay.
That's actually new as well. So before it was never the giggling. Harper, did you ever hear giggling?
Wait,
I
so
do
you
not recall.
so you just so you all you doing is you says things
Uh-huh.
and then just giggles happen. It sounds, I heard something about this, like where people just say something, but when they normally just says things, sometimes people insert giggles all over the place. Like it's something like the Big Bang theory. Is that what this is like?
Don't know anything about that, unfortunately, but
Okay.
maybe you could explain it to me as we walk to this, whatever this place is.
Oh no.
You're following the westerly road
Or where the
Yeah.
only sign pointing anywhere
Okay.
Antyr will be
towards
making their
Wallow
way.
Tower. Okay, all these fireflies are flying around, giving off otherworldly colors. And as one kind of flies by your face, instead of having the face of an insect, it has the face of a smiling person,
Oh.
and just kind of
Mm.
as it just kind of flies by and looks at you and blows a raspberry at you as it flies past. And you all can eventually see that these fireflies have humanoid faces instead of insectoid
Ew.
heads.
And
Thank you.
humanoid tongues for raspberries?
Yeah. And they just fly around, and Leek eats another one with his gecko tongue. Just
I am strangely at ease. A lot of these creatures that we are passing are very similar to those we have back home.
They're a freaky little guys, aren't they?
fuck you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Fuck you too, monsieur.
And it flies off.
So did all of you guys notice that it looks like this place kind of displaced what was here before?
What do you mean?
Or I mean,
I don't know how to describe it, but the DM said it looked like this place was displaced.
In your own words, how would you describe it?
I mean, there's all these freaky bugs around, and like they keep laughing at me. And every time you tries to talk to me in just my head without your mouth moving, everyone is giggling. I really hates it.
You don't like laughing.
No, I don't like laughings when it comes and there's no sources of it. Like,
Hmm.
it's unexplained, and I do not like it. So, yeah, I really hates it.
That's
Do you enjoy jokes in general?
Yeah, that's kind of a weird question. That's like asking someone if they like music.
I
I've
don't
heard
like
people
music.
say no.
Wait, someone says they don't like music?
I've heard people say it. I think they're lying, but you know.
There's just some things where quiet would just be a preference over the
Do you not like
strumming of
music?
No.
Okay, so you're saying
What?
you hate all sound that's organized and delightful. You hate all organized sounds that comes out of
Instrumental
anywhere.
music. What if we say that? Like acoustic music is not that great, but like singing is great.
Dope.
Okay,
You
so
like
you
some music,
so
then,
you
yeah.
likes music, yeah.
Yes, but you're saying like that's a very general term. I mean, do you like all jokes?
Do you likes breathing's air?
Well. There's a difference between
Hold
do you
on.
like all jokes and do you like jokes?
Right.
I enjoy food, but certainly, well, there might be some food I don't.
You have a selection of what you enjoy. Now you're saying, do you like music? And in first thought, no, I don't. But
Listen,
there are
oatmeal
bits of
with
it.
sands in oatmeal with sands in it is edible. But you don't got to like it.
But are you
Okay.
eating that?
Well, sometimes if you's got to. But I'm saying, why you saying there's boxes we's got to live in?
It's not the boxes that you to live in. It's just preferences you have, right? Vonkar?
Well, I think it's important to we've got Torger here is saying that there are people who say they don't like music, and you're saying that you generally dislike a good amount of music. Now, you wouldn't go around saying I dislike music unless asked. I think Torger's talking about like if it's just people who go around saying it unprompted, right?
Yeah, you've taken my point and you've made it like, it seems like what you've done is you've put a special sauce on the point that I made and made everybody wants to eat it. And I would never say that I hates food, even though I still got to consume things. I might only like weird things, like oatmeal full of sand, but I still
Then you
got
don't like
to eat.
food. That's food,
No, I
and
still
you don't
got
like
to
it.
eat. No, but I still got to eat, and I still enjoy it.
Wait,
Oh,
What if I said
see, so
so?
you do enjoy it.
No, okay, all right.
Or not? I'm confused.
I'm not the one who's on trial here.
The shoe has
one's on trial
shifted.
here.
How
Listen,
the tables
okay,
have turned.
so I've eaten a very significant amounts of oatmeal with just maybe a handful or two of some sand inside my oatmeal.
An entire handful?
What? Couldn't you do like a
You know what?
sprinkle?
Like a small grip of sand. Yes.
like okay, so Grin's hand or more like your hand?
Listen, there was a specific gnome who said, "Hey, you done a good job out there, and you gets one handful of sand."
Oh no.
Breakfast for me was like 6 straight months.
Maybe we should reinvigorate your palate a bit.
Oh, I've tried bananas since then.
With sand on them?
Listen, I don't roll everything I eat inside sand. What are
I
you
think
talking
that was.
about?
I think that was. I think that was Torger's point earlier. And two, it seems like you're just being difficult.
I'm not. I'm just trying to understand. I'm in
Do you think
a
I'm some
scholar of
kind?
things.
Do you think I'm some kinds of bird? Like I got a gullet where I gotta eat some sort of stones so that I can help smash up food
I'm gonna
and
be
it goes
honest.
inside?
Do
Do you think I'm some kind of bird? Hold on.
I don't think you're a bird. but
Everybody
maybe
shut
you're-
up. Enter. Answer me
Uh-huh.
honestly.
Yes.
Do you think that I'm some kind of bird?
No.
Well, if it flies like a bird and eats like a bird,
You do fly like a bird and you eat like a. Hopper, you took the words out of my mouth. I didn't even have to say it. You have the same. That's.
what
you
can
know.
I say? I am a patient listener.
Do you have long fingernails? What do your toenails look like? Do you have talons?
So
I hope you have pointed toenails.
at this point, Torger just puts on the mask that he's had at his belt.
Okay.
He puts it on, and you guys see this really dark, feathered mask that has 2 birds that face away from each other. On this mask, and these beautiful wings that come out to a point on this mask, and they both come to one tail feather just here below. So it has these things, and he just goes, "I still wants to talk to you for about 10 minutes. I need quiet time."
As Torger puts the mask on, I need everyone to make me perception checks.
Okay.
All right.
I was not expecting the additional bird imagery.
Yeah, me neither.
It's on the character art.
I do remember seeing it
off the
now, but I
waist,
forgot
yeah.
in that moment, that discussion.
All right, who got above a 5?
13.
15.
I'm assuming everybody got above a 5. You all feel like you're being watched, kind of coinciding with this, the putting on of the mask, and in the branches of the trees, these fungal trees, are just a scattering of corvids, crows, ravens, jackdaws, just all staring, and their heads are tracking with Torger, like they're watching Torger just walk.
Well, you don't see that every day.
They had a saying. I remember hearing it before. Birds of a feather or something travel together. Or something.
Flock together.
Together, yes. Anyway,
Like there's probably 100 or so just crows and ravens in the trees, just staring at Torger.
Grin, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Where did you come about the creep?
My master.
Yeah.
My master bestowed the responsibility upon me.
Is this a responsibility that you enjoy doing?
Well, I mean, I enjoy it because I know it would make master happy if I do it well enough. Maybe I get something in return. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like it'd be nice to make master happy. Other times I think, I don't know, maybe I would like something in return for successfully getting rid of this guy.
That's your goal then, to remove him.
Well, not like remove him, but like there are two things that can happen. Either he actually turns into a good guy, which I could tell because when I touch someone, I can tell if you know they're good or not. Or they die. In both cases, justice is served.
I can't speak against that. All right. And I assume you're from the Feywild, as you...
Oh yeah, yep. Are you?
Oof. Once upon a time, maybe. I would say maybe it was once upon a time.
Wait, were you born there, or did you just like visit there, or hang out there, or what's going on?
I was born there. There's cycles, if you will. And ascending is what they refer to it as. But yes, I was born in the Feywild. I lived there for about 100 years before I was chosen.
Ascending, chosen, what's that mean?
There is a place beyond what you would imagine your sky, beyond the stars, that time ceases to exist to an extent.
So like an imaginary place?
Sure, if you wish to assume it to be imaginary, it's almost in line with your Feywild, to an extent. But the time doesn't. I am about 400 and some years old. Antyr visually out of character. Antyr visually like looks like a young elf, like just adulthood elf. Like 400 years would give some age, and Antyr looks like they just hit adulthood. But there's a part of the group that people that I'm a part of. We have a whole ritual of Ascension, is what it's called. Ascension Day was the whole thing. A small group of us from the Feywild were chosen, but we've been doing that for about 300 plus years. In your time, I guess you can equate it that way to about 300 years.
What made you so special? Why'd you get chosen?
I was adept with magic, actually.
But like a sorcerer, or
No, I study magic. I have some innate magics. Or I did. It part of the ascension is there's parts of my being shifted to better prepare my body for the place where I would to stay. Uh, and the magic kind of shifted differently for me there. So I can, and he'll throw his arms out, and as he does, these four globules of like what appear like motes of starlight. It's that soft, like pulsing, almost pulsing glow, like how like a star kind of twinkles a bit, and it coalesces into one, and it looks like a light figure, like a figure made of light, very reminiscent of Antyr. Then they resplit into two. So a bit of this. It's more of my innate abilities, but he pats the spellbook. This is from home, actually, and he takes the spellbook and offers it to Grin. Take a sniff.
what's it
Smells
smell like?
of. It smells probably at this point like the way that like the almost like a LaCroix taste.
Let me
Oh.
Kind of like a LaCroix.
let me cut you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me cut you off on that
Go
one.
ahead. Yeah.
Is it leather bound?
Yes, it is. It's dyed green leather.
What animal was it leathered in? Because Grin might know that depending.
Um, Antyr would not know that. It was a
Cool.
gift to Antyr.
Grin, make a nature check. Nature survival. Using Grin's
All right. Wisdom?
abilities. Yeah.
Okay. The wisdom is +1. So we'll do a little swing here. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Very nice.
What would be fun?
Beholder leather.
Beholder leather. I think you're looking at. Yeah, that's fun. We're gonna go with that. Boggle skin.
Hmm.
Where'd you get this?
It was a gift.
Interesting. Well, good luck with that.
Did you hand it to him?
No, he was just holding
Okay.
it out.
Okay.
You do see that there's like this small chain that connects to the part of the filigree, like the silver filigree, like on the spine. A small chain that extends. It's almost like one of those like your ID kind of like pull chains. It's
Oh,
similar.
yeah.
It works a bit like that, where it's still attached to the belt, and he essentially reels it back in and reclasp it.
Well, I think whoever made it for you might have been a lonely person, or got
No.
it from a lonely person.
Potentially. I mean, didn't really ask questions about the specifics of what it was, you know.
It's made out of boggle skin.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, you can see that right there. That's where
Uh-huh.
its tail normally would have been,
Oh,
like butt tail, right, like right there.
I see it now.
Yeah.
Now I'm only gonna picture that. I'm glad it's dyed
You
green.
can see like a little starfish somewhere on the a butthole. No, I'm kidding. After about an hour of walking this twisting and turning road through this gloomy otherworldly jungle, the ravens and crows are still very much in the trees. And then as soon as the mask comes off, they fly off.
Are they like quiet, or is it like an actual like?
Oh, you can hear like hundreds of
Got
birds
it.
flying off. The path comes to a massive statue made from solid jade before the path curves around the statue and continues deeper. The statue is about 50 feet tall and resembles a massive slender, serpentine-like dragon with a frog-like head, with eyes that nearly bulge from its eye sockets, just like globes. The statue is covered in vines that resemble the stalks of mushrooms. And as you approach, an array of sprites that look similar to Grin fly off of the statue and deeper into the jungle. Just and there is a plaque at the base of the statue that is obscured by a cluster of these vines, including a large stone bowl, also obscured by vines. But yeah, big old statue of a serpentine-like green dragon, frog-like head, not like a reptilian head, and big old bulging eyes. And then a plaque that's covered in vines, and then like an offering bowl at the base of the statue. And then the road continues behind the statue.
I wonder if anything's written on here.
Just gonna try to
Yeah.
clear off the vines, or at least pull them back
Yep.
to read what might be on there.
In Sylvan are the words Vorpalon, predator of the Sealy Court.
Varpalon?
Then there's like
How
a
does that
serpentine
work?
green dragon that is carved into the statue.
Predator. What's that mean?
I will say, because no one said anything about it yet, the statue is familiar, the likeness in the statue is familiar to Vonkar, Creep and Grin, Torger, and Doe.
Oh. What's it?
Just the resemblance of this creature. I'm not going to say any more than that because it'll be spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that we've fought one of these before.
Oh. There we go.
Oh,
I was thinking of like the one from last campaign that we fought in the mountains.
No.
The gross one. But it was that. Oh, it was the one that we.
Vonkar, yeah.
Oh, that. You. Yeah. Is that?
Yeah, that looks like the same thing we fought.
Yeah. Oh, a fight would be a strong word.
Oh, well, yeah, we were hit
Handful,
much here.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got lucky.
For context, for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, and for the context of people who might need a little bit of a refresher, there's a picture of it, but in
Yeah.
statue form.
Oh, beautiful.
Sick. I assume Hopper recognizes Sealy Court.
Yeah,
Do I
anyone
recognize
who's
the
Fey
name
would-
Vorpalon?
No.
It's not the figure.
No, but Grin, Hopper, and Antyr would all know the Sealy Court is the, also known as the Summer Court, is the good aligned Fey Court.
So this is the predator of that court?
Either
That-
whatever you want to assume that predator of the Sealy Court means.
Yeah. Okay.
Either predator for the Sealy Court.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the-
That's where I'm.
Grin, as you're peeling back the vines, you do see something in the offering bowl. Nestled within it is the head of an archfey. Skin. He has skin the color and texture of dark oak, and long black hair thatched and braided with brambles. Pure black wild eyes flecked with specks of blue, which stare upwards lifelessly. And you, since you're the only one at the bowl, really, you can give me a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Because you're the only one of certain people who might know who this head belongs to.
10
10?
flat.
No idea who it is.
Yeah.
But you got the statue,
Oh.
this head, in a bowl.
Who the heck's this guy? Looks like some type of offering was made or something.
Whoa.
Check this head out.
He's just gonna pick
Lift
it
it
up.
up. Cool.
Oh.
Antyr, Hopper, you can make history checks with advantage. Did Grin do advantage too? I can't remember. If I...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Antyr and Hopper, you get advantage.
Natural 20, 26.
Excellent.
14.
14. You two recognize the head of King Oberon, the Lord of Beasts, and the husband of Titania, the current queen and ruler of the Sealy Court. He is one of the most powerful Fae in the Sealy Court, and this is his head, his severed head, left as an offering to this.
So, is this guy
Let me-
important or something?
Hopper Hopper freezes.
Antia approaches slowly. May I see the head, Grin?
Yeah, sure.
tosses it.
Do not touch it.
Unceremoniously.
It
I draw my sword on Grin.
tries to
Okay.
catch it.
Oh, what's going on?
Put
It's.
that down.
I have it.
Yeah, I just
I
tossed
have
it to
it.
Antyr. What's going
I
on?
have it. I'm going to do something.
You will do nothing. Return it to its place.
Hopper, this is not the place that it belongs.
I know it is not the place it belongs. It belongs at the Fey Courts.
Then we will hold it and let me examine it.
We were sent here to investigate, right? So, like, if this is important, we might need to take it with us.
I have the pouch, the sack. I could keep it in there. Just let me look. And Antyr is going to attempt to see, like, how was it severed? Was it just like a clean cut? Was it crude?
Very clean cut.
Desiccation, like the decay.
None at all.
None. So it's like a fresh. Like,
It looks fresh.
fresh.
Yeah. No blood or anything is pooled anywhere.
All right.
It's weird. It's kind of unnerving. Like it's a decapitated head, so it's unnerving to look at in general. But for some reason, it just makes your skin crawl holding it. And the eyes, just flecked with blue, black and flecked with specks of blue, just staring forward lifelessly.
Do you do the dramatic, like, hand over the eyelids thing to
Yeah,
try to
of
close
course.
them? Okay. Anty will do that. Okay.
So, who's this guy?
Papa, do you wish to?
This is King Oberon, Lord of the Sealy Court, the Green Lord. He goes by many names.
Well, that sounds important.
He is, or was.
I would think if when Oberon is described as Oberon, Grin would know who Oberon is, just wouldn't know who they look like.
Yeah, that's what I
Boss is
figured.
boss.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Boss, that depends, because who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of that guy. This is him? This is Oberon?
Yes,
Is sure?
quite. It's
I've
been
seen
some
him-
time.
Aren't they supposed to be, like, really powerful or something?
Yes.
I assume all Archfey are super powerful.
But he is among the most.
I've never
Would-
tested it, so I don't know.
Yeah, you'd know him, and he is just under Titania, his wife and queen of the Sealy Court. She's considered the most powerful of the Sealy Court. You would also know the most powerful of the Unsealy Court is the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Does this look like her hand, like her signature?
No, because no one's seen what she does, because no one has seen her before. Not even the... There's no record of what she looks like and how she deals with people, because... there's just nothing. But it just looks like a clean blade. Like a clean cut from a very sharp blade did this.
There's like no etching of frost or shadow at all. Like on the
Give me a
where
medicine
the
check.
skin was.
I'll say with advantage because Antyr's kind of holding it, so you can get a better
Sorry,
look at
I
it.
know a lot of shit about the Feywild in
Well, yeah,
real life.
There's fake. There's 3 people from the Feywild in this campaign, so it's a little interesting.
So 14.
14. It's a clean cut, but it looks like the blades they're not flat. The blades that made the cut weren't flat, is the best way I can put it. Like they're coiled. That made the cut.
Oh.
Interesting.
Which, do you share that with anybody? Do you share, or do you just keep that to yourself?
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Okay.
Does the head look like it would fit in the
Yeah, a whole person,
hideaway
a whole
sack?
person
Okay.
can fit in the hideaway sack.
I just wasn't sure how it worked with objects.
Yeah,
as
objects.
opposed
You can put
to...
objects in it. One
Okay.
object at a time. It's built for people, but you can
Right.
put the head in there if you want.
Okay. Antyr will Antyr will pull out this small
It's
this
about
pouch.
it's about a little bit bigger than a coin purse.
Yeah, and like do the flick of the arm so the mouth kind of grows, and his hand, it doesn't look like it should fit, but you watch as the mouth kind of like almost like, I would imagine like almost like a snake would like kind of envelop a bit, and he pulls it free, and the bag stays the size of a coin purse as the head just vanished, and he'll retie it back to his
As you're playing around with the sack, Leek will go, "Hey, that's a Grundle's sack. You got it from Grundle?"
Sure did. Was it a gift, actually, because of
Oh.
the whole situation? Your mother said we could keep it. It would be put to use, potentially, and here we are.
All right.
Harper, did you want a moment of whatever for...
Yes, please.
Sure.
And you guys have been. It took an hour or so to get to this statue, by the way.
Okay.
Walking and talking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take off my shield and my sword and kind of point down, put my head on the pommel and my hands on the guards, as if I were praying,
Okay.
or like taking an oath,
Okay.
and just recite something in Sylvan.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the right phrase is.
Sure.
But it's along the lines of, like, forgive me, Lord Oberon, I have failed in my duty as my training has given me to serve as your knight and guard.
Okay.
But much more eloquent.
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
Sylvan.
Yeah.
Would that be loud enough to where other people would hear?
I imagine Antyr might, like, he might do it close enough to Antyr where they might overhear, and I assume Grin is, like, just eavesdropping as a vibe.
Yeah.
The vibes you
It
give
does
off
give
give
eavesdropping
eavesdropping vibes.
vibes.
Leek is the other one who understands Sylvan, but Leek is kind of just being a child and looking around and touching stuff.
And then while I am also doing that, after that, I'm going to put a hand over my shield and wipe away some text that I had
Okay.
enchanted it with.
Okay.
We'll give it. It's the awkward friend pat, like, poop, 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 to the back. You will find out what happened. Make it a mission.
And
Grin
this-
is just gonna like full on like, I'm so sorry that happened. That really stinks. I can't even imagine what would happen if Papa went down like that, and if I just found him. That's so sad. I'm so sorry.
Imagine if your master had been killed and you saw his separate head appear in front of you.
Yeah, that's
That
real
is what it
bad.
feels like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's real. That kind of stinks.
I'll be entirely honest. I forgot. that
I'm
Oberon
like, damn,
was.
just coming out hard
I
with the
forgot.
version.
I totally blanked. I'll be honest.
It works. It works.
it's
You
fine.
it is.
Here we
It's
go.
amazing.
Immediately.
Investment. Yeah.
As they begin to start walking again, Antyr is going to kind of move around to be closer to Torger. Torger? Torger. Thank you. Torger, I wish to extend a small apology to you. I felt like I maybe upset you, confound you in a way that wasn't in line with your, I don't know, your general, who you are as a person. I don't know. I just got that feeling. Do you mind if I give you something in the way of my own apology? We can continue to walk while I do it.
Yeah, we should. Let's maybe use we could have let's have an arms wrestle.
Oh, would that make you feel better?
Yes, it would make me feel like that there'd be a winners and a loser.
We want to do that. All right.
Dough turns
Okay.
into a table.
Oh,
Joe, was it a table?
Oh, to help with the
No
arm
answer
wrestling.
because they're a table.
Okay.
right.
But the table kind of moves to get into a position. So you can see the table move, like walk with its
Yeah.
legs.
I also feel like the table would
That's
get
awesome.
a good enough height between them,
Oh yeah.
and then like maybe even go underneath Torger's feet so that their hips and everything is still aligned
Sure.
while they wait to get to the same height as Antyr.
Yeah, as a table. How do I word this? That's larger than you, or you cannot change one object that's larger than you or smaller than you. So it's a table that matches Doe's rough dimensions. So it's a table that's, yeah, fine.
It's a
Oh,
that
yeah.
table is
It's a
that
normal
table
size.
is,
It's a normal medium-sized creature table.
but that table is definitely widerly.
And it's just chilling there in the middle of the road for a quick arm wrestle.
Oh, bellied up.
All right.
Torger's
Alright.
bellied up.
I've never done this before. Arm. Can you?
The
How do I
best-
do this?
And then, as if you get a hand close enough,
Mm-hmm.
it's clapped immediately.
I'm gonna,
Is that what we do? We just clap over and
no,
over?
no.
Oh no! The best time for you to learn anything is yesterday. The second best time is today.
What's the third best?
Oh,
Oh wait, hold on a second. I gotta
You
look at
just don't
something.
learn at that point.
I forgot something about Doe.
Oh no.
Give me a sec.
No internally
Ah!
explodes.
Excellent.
You're all stuck.
Yeah. So as you put your elbows on the table, you're instantly adhered to the table and stuck to it,
So
and
whoever wins,
grappled to the table.
Alright.
whoever loses is stuck like that.
This feels like it was maybe coerced between you and Doe. Okay.
Doe and I have never spoken of this, but I'm pretty sure they get me.
So now you've
Seems
learned that
like
Doe
it.
is incredibly adhesive in object form.
Alright.
Hey, Vonkar, do you know what's going on here?
Oh yeah, they're just gonna have a little quick arm wrestle. It looks like.
Alright, I got bet on Torger.
Yeah, that's a smart bet. That's a smart bet.
Okay, alright, well then I guess no takers.
How do we do this? Who calls?
Contested athletics checks.
Oh no. Oh.
Use can call it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. It's not terrible.
Antyr wins.
I just imagine Antyr going.
I rolled a 1 or a
3,
10. I rolled
2,
a 10.
whoosh.
Oh, this is really good. This is a good setup. So as he makes eye contact. He
hilarious.
says 3, 2, 1, and there's a moment where you shift your arm to get that momentum, but you swear that moment that you see doesn't actually happen. As Antyr seems to learn in a moment, your arm twists and he slams it down.
And now you're stuck, adhered to the table,
His arm kind of comes
down.
Up. Is this?
Try
Did I
and-
win?
What is the animal? What is the animal that you're thinking of?
Currently, right now,
Mm-hmm.
a blink dog.
Okay. And then Torger takes out his painter's supplies, which
Oh,
are
yeah.
a tattoo kit, and starts giving himself
Sure.
a blink dog tattoo on the forearm that's like.
Oh, it stuck to the table?
Down.
You got perfect leverage too for it.
So he's doing a left-handed tattoo. He's not left-handed.
Roll me
no.
roll me either dexterity check or you're proficient in these, right?
Probably not.
You're not
Maybe.
proficient. Are they
I think
under your tools?
They're under my tools. Okay, so yeah, I'm
So you are proficient, yeah. So yeah, roll a dexterity check and add your proficiency bonus. We'll see how good the tattoo actually is.
Okay. Dexterity check.
Yep, plus your proficiency, so +2.
Yeah. So that's a 21 overall.
That's a pretty good tattoo. As you finish the tattoo, Doe will drop object form. Kind of like weirdly, the table gets into like a humanoid shape.
It's amazing.
As I pull my arm away, there's like a tongue wrapped around my whole arm.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. And like unfurl, and then
You didn't have to do that. This was my apology to you.
What are you? What?
This was. Okay.
No, I lost a fight and I needs a tattoo.
Could I give you the gift that I wished to give you before? To go along with your tattoo?
Oh, sure.
Okay. While we walk, Antyr will begin to the cord, the silver links, this fine silver chain kind of unfurls from their under their hand, kind of like unravels, and they begin to pull bits of string, almost like they're pulling string and twine as they create these intricate shapes. And we'll cast over the next minute. We'll cast Gift of Alacrity, and
excellent.
There's a moment where the sigils that are kind of forming like pulses kind of enter into Torger's body, and the tattoo, the still kind of bloodied tattoo, I imagine, glows a bit for the next 8 hours. So Torger, you get you can add a D8 to your initiative rolls for the next 8 hours.
Yeah, it's a good spell.
So
at this point, Endylus would land back on your shoulder too.
Is that something I would know or start to feel?
you'd probably feel like that surge of almost like adrenaline a bit that you get. Like it just kind of is that at the lingering, I would imagine, yeah, at the back of your neck, that kind of like like that heightened sense of like awareness.
The eyes open
The
up
eyes
even more.
Open. You see,
It's the best I can do, guys.
Yeah. So
Wild.
I would say, just so we know for visual reference, for 8 hours that tattoo begins to glow softly with that purple or blue, the lighter blue color.
So, it looks like there was a sacrifice made at this statue. I don't know what it did. Do you think that was what caused this thing to pop up? This forest?
I don't know. Does this forest remind Hopper? Does this forest remind you of anything that you? I'm going to be quite honest. I am born there forever ago, the Feywild, but I didn't get out much. I was still a child. I stayed sequestered.
I will let Antyr and Hopper make history checks with advantage again about what that statue may have been depicting, because Feywild, you most likely would have heard stories about it as being born there and having childhoods there.
17.
Oh yeah. What about you, Hops?
Hippity hop.
If there's any light coming off of the tattoo, he's gonna like probably cover it and then like just wrap up
Okay.
the tattoo so that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Sir.
Another 14.
14. The both of you, since you're from the Feywild, you had childhoods there from what I'm gathering.
Mhm.
You would have heard stories about the Jabberwock, which is what that creature was depicting. It's a solitary, temperamental predator that haunts pristine forests and ancient ruins. Accurate descriptions are hard to come by because the rare survivors of an encounter retain only a confused impression of its parts and not a whole and not a sense of the whole. Piece together accounts describe it as a sinewy, dragon-like creature that can walk on its hind legs as easily as it travels on all fours, and its eyes can emit fiery beams. Once a Jabberwock has chosen its target, it concentrates its attacks on that target until its victim is killed and devoured. Until the Jabberwock is killed, or until the target escapes using teleportation magic or other means. And rumors say if the Jabberwock is slain, another one appears a few years later. It depends, between 8 and 16 or something years later, materializing within 1,000 miles of where the old one perished. And the two of you would know, no immature Jabberwock has ever been sighted, hatchlings, eggs, and the creature does not appear to age. And it's vulnerable to slashing damage from a certain blade, but a weird dragon that hails from the Feywild.
Is it something that's bound to one of the courts, or is it just a free roaming?
It's
solitary
temperamental predator.
Okay.
Whoever's not invading its personal space,
Probably.
So what's going on with this thing?
I assume you guys have walked past the statue at this point, just for
Yeah, I would say the whole arm wrestling thing, and then
Okay, cool.
during all this.
Go ahead, Grin-esque. What's the deal with this thing? I think.
You two seem to get an idea of what this thing is. Could you explain?
There's, from my memory, my recollection, I mostly heard it through tales, childhood horror stories, you know, the boogeymen, if you will, the scary things of night and such.
I was never told scary stories.
Well, you're about to hear one. And we'll go into... Antyr's going to describe it more like a child would have heard it.
Okay,
like,
cool.
In the sense of like how you would imagine like a fairy tale creature to be described. Like, almost probably embellishes a bit more into it.
Okay.
Because I imagine that's where Antyr's knowledge is pulling from. And he shoots laser beams out of its eyeballs is the big scary part that I'm worried about.
I think you'd also know that it's it can fly, it can climb, it can swim. It has true sight, so it can see invisibility, it can see through illusions. It constantly emits this confusing burbling noise to itself that seems to confuse and disorient those around it. They don't hoard treasure because they lack the instinct to do it. Yeah, and they have an ability to track somebody that they've hurt across the planes of existence.
Wow.
And it's like an unending. Once they have your blood, they'll never stop coming for you.
Did you mention the having never seen the baby part?
I don't think either of them did.
Antyr, yeah, that's whenever I think the way to kind of think about it is, you know, you don't really know the childhood or the youth of the scary monsters that you hear in these stories. It's always the monsters are always fully grown, so it's always.
That's funny, because we've got an egg of one of those.
Excuse me?
What?
You're kidding.
Wait, no, because me and Doe, we were told by Grundle that all we got to do is we got to fight one, and we needs one egg, and there's a bunch of eggs, all the same color. It all looks the exact same eggs, and then he grabs one, and then that it shows its face, and then it got pushed back through. and we fought it. Oh, and we were not very good at fighting it. There's a special way to use guts to fight it, and we were not very good at fighting it.
Did it hurt either of you?
The one that we fought, no, I did, I put it down. Ooh, I put it down, clown.
Did it hurt you? Did you receive a wound from this creature?
Oh yeah, but I also, I put an elbow through its chest. It was just a baby, so I felt like it was,
Oh.
not
Oh, so you
like...
have seen a baby one.
That's what I'm saying. I saw like several days
He's
babies
seen
ones.
babies, he's seen eggs.
Wait,
Wait, we saw-
where?
We saw an adult one, right? That was
We
the one that
did.
was-
I think we should get to that. But where did you see baby? I thought you just said that no one's ever seen the babies or the eggs. Where was
Well,
this?
that's what I was saying. I was going to tell you this. Babies, it's easy. All these got to do is when it starts to rain lollipops, you jumps off of a train, and then you flies down, and you walks through a forest, and then you comes upon some eggs, and one of the eggs they hatch, and then you just beats the shit out of the baby, and then you've got a friend who steals an egg, and then
Torger, what were you doing before you jumped through the lollipops?
if I'm being honest, I was kind of making faces at a child, and I was trying to crank them up because they were making faces at me.
Doe will say, "We were on a wagon train, going over the Godbringer's ravine, and then the child put everyone on the train to sleep, and then wasn't a child anymore. It was a satyr called Grundle, and then
Yeah,
said,
no,
'Follow
it's-
me,' and they jumped off the wagon train, and we followed, and yeah.
Where did y'all go to a place that was similar to this?
No.
It was colorful, and there were these pink cranes that had like 8 heads, and they moaned, called pleasure cranes.
Yeah, there's going to make you just feel ecstasy, and then just keep feeling super's good, but it's not good for you. It's kind of like how maybe sometimes you wants to stay in bed, but like bed sores hurt.
Doe will. You all have your own map. Doe will take out their map and point to on the map where Godbringer's ravine is, and it's 2 hexes north of the city of Embers. If you're on Owlbear right now, 2 hexes
Oh,
north
yeah.
of the city of Embers.
Nice.
So wait. Timeline-wise, just figuring out how this may have worked. When did y'all arrive at? Never mind.
we got to City of Embers about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we just got here.
Yeah, Torger. As at the time of this session, Torger and Doe would have been in the city for 2 days. Hopper and Antyr 3.
And then the other 2 were a week.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw. Where did you 2 see? Vonkar, Grin. Where did you see the adult one?
I don't know. I don't know where we were. We were like way in the sky. We were like a few days out, weren't we, from City
Yeah,
of
we were-
Embers?
We were coming in on one of those fancy airships, and well, a bunch of people wearing weird leaf armor sort of just showed up on the ship and started killing people.
Wait,
Leaf armor.
I got a question.
Was
Is
it-
Oh yeah, I think I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on a sec.
Oh yeah, what? Well, he goes and gets that.
Was it similar to mine?
Actually, looking at it, is Hopper's armor
No.
no?
No.
What's the how would I describe the difference?
Their armor was heavy plate, looked entirely like leaves, but they were jet black, and their helmets were jet black, hooked protrusion, with large black antlers.
Okay, Vonkar will. I
Yeah.
say that basically. Yeah.
So like a
Oh, it
rhino
looked like
beetle?
sick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Like
Yeah.
visually, that's what I'm getting. Is
Yeah,
because you
more
said
like
the
a
hook,
lot like a
right?
rhino beetle. Yeah, but
So,
Sick.
Oh.
so I took some notes on him.
Oh, good
the
for you.
Black Leaf Knights. One, they speak Sylvan, so
Oh, is that what they were
there's that.
speaking?
Oh, yeah, that was, yep. Their attacks, they make like pulsing wounds. It hurts, right?
Uh, Thinking of the wounds were very not clean cuts. They were kind of coiled a bit, like the swords weren't flat.
They were like, yeah, they were like these real weird swords. These Blackleaf Knights, they can like Misty Step, you know, they can like teleport short range. They can like hit you with some stuff when you hit them. It's like a little fire type thing. Uh, and
So you fought against them. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. You said that you came in on an airship. Which airship did you come in on?
we came on an airship called the Whisper. We came in on the
Wait.
Whisper.
Wait. The one that went down in the desert to the south.
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
where it
that
went
was
down?
us. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
Where-
was us.
Did you travel from the desert to the city of Embers?
Oh, well, that's a funny thing, actually. So we got, they were, hold on. There was a thing, what was it, crystal? What was it?
Yeah, Vonkar has
Yeah,
the
that
crystal
was
on his
the
person.
crystal.
Yeah, so they were looking for this, and Vonkar will pull out the crystal.
You see this like blue, roughly hewn crystal. It's like got like a dim blue light inside of it.
So they were
Vonkar-
looking for this, and we got it, and, well, the airship crashed. And then that thing points back
Yeah,
in
that
the direction
thing-
of the statue.
That thing you called a Jabberwock or whatever.
Yeah, the big one was flying around. I think some of them were riding on it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And they were looking for us in the wreckage, but the crystal just kind of like whoop, glowed, and then we just showed up at the gates.
Vonkar,
Yeah.
can I see the crystal? Do you know what it does? Does it have the
Oh, no clue here.
So
I love that
clarify,
Vonkar-
because there's a lot of-
Y'all and tossing shit to Antyr.
I will
I'm gonna
say.
take a look.
Oh, go ahead,
Oh,
everyone.
and Tyr, you've got good hands.
Thank you.
I will say, you all know that the Whisper. They said it crashed in the desert and everyone on board died, and there was no record of survivors yet.
We see too.
Did you say that the Black Leaf Knights rode in on the Jabberwock?
Oh, no, well, maybe. We
You
didn't
saw-
really see them
I-
arrive.
Yeah, you saw one riding him.
We saw one
Okay.
riding them. I don't know how else they got there.
Yeah.
There was a single Jabberwock though, right?
A big one, yeah, like that
A really
size.
big one. Oh. Like direct size comparison?
That was big.
Alright.
But yeah, these Blackleaf Knights, when they die, they like turn into a black ichor and stuff.
Did you get any ichor?
No, we were mostly focused on surviving.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff to do.
Unfortunate.
The ship was going down at that point.
Alright. I want to hear more of
It's all
this.
Connected.
I want to hear more of this story while we travel, but I'm going to I can walk and do this. Antyr is going to take the crystal and take the cord and begin to wrap the cord almost like that, like this swirling effect, and the cord begins to kind of extend out into two branching pieces and kind of like coalesce, like the cord is slowly spinning like around it, and it's going to ritually cast Identify or
Excellent.
Discern. I'm sorry.
Discern. Okay.
Yeah.
As you do, you see like your astral cord starts to like spark and get red hot, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
During this time,
22.
You're fine, but you
Okay.
can't discern what this is with identify.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. You do your thing, and then I'll react.
during this time, and during this walk, the creep is healing.
Okay.
Uses a bonus action to heal 12 hit points.
Okay. So like some of
So
like the
unsettling.
some of the fractured bones from the fall just start to like.
Yeah. Like during this whole walk, his head's just kind of been like swiveling in the chest area.
Oh,
Just kind of
God.
Antyr, also while you're looking at this crystal, you can give me an insight check too as well.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm rolling really well. 21.
Cool. I will message you privately.
This is what he does. This is why he's here.
I'll message you privately about that.
So yeah, after the 10 minutes, the cord begins to increase in speed and begin to glow. And I would say if it gets too hot, he would remove the cord anyway, and it would
Okay, cool.
curl back around. But yeah, you see he's kind of, or they're sweating a bit. There's beads of sweat, which Hopper hasn't even seen Antyr sweat.
As far as I know, that boy does not sweat.
Nope.
But
Takes the cloak and begins to dab a bit away.
I did send you something.
Oh.
And as you're doing the identify, you're walking, discussing how, oh shit, all of our session zeros were connected in some way. The road meanders past a rundown shack, about 50 or so feet off the road to the west, slightly concealed behind some tall trees that resemble ink cap mushrooms. The wooden shack is heavily overgrown with dark mosses and smaller, darker mushrooms. It's a simple, single-floored structure with a small, rotting fence surrounding the property, and the road just continues on to the west. But there is a little shack off the road.
Question.
Yeah.
Does the blades they were describing with the Blackleaf Knights look like what could have
Yeah, possibly.
Ron? Alright, cool.
we probably didn't get very descriptive with how we talked about them.
Yeah, but there's really no way to tell because no one really talked about it.
We just said they're weird swords made like really ouchy
Yeah.
wounds.
So probably no way to tell without like direct communication.
Yeah. Or like actually seeing one of the swords.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait. They hit the creep a few times, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does the creep retain scars?
No.
No, just completely no. Okay.
Unless
gods.
we're talking about mental scars.
Oh, he's got a lot of those.
I'm trying to remember if Vonkar got hit. I think he did.
I think he only got hit with some of the spells.
Yeah, because I rolled
yeah.
piss poor for those guys.
Yeah.
Antyr
Okay.
looks at the crystal and looks to Vonkar. Do you want this back?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Would you make a trade?
Sure.
Okay. I just want to spend another moment with this. This was a gift from our patron a bit, and Antyr is going to essentially make the trade for the crystal for the slumber pod.
Okay.
You see what appears like a I can describe it if you want me to.
Yeah, go for it.
It looks like a simple pea pod in size and shape and size. So he goes to hand you what appears to be like just a pea pod. You can use this. You say a phrase which I will recall in just a moment. I won't say it out loud, but I'll tell you whenever it comes to. You rest, right? You sleep.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Whenever we are getting ready to rest, I will help you with this, but you can keep it for now as long as I have the crystal.
Okay. Thank you.
I added it to Vonkar's equipment.
I will take it
Thank
off
you.
mine.
But now.
But yeah, you see this shack off the road to the little bit, and the road just continues in a westerly direction. You got a weird old abandoned single-story shack surrounded by ink cap mushrooms the size of trees.
So, Papa, how you doing?
There's been a lot of shared information that is very interconnected and honestly is giving me a headache. On top of the one I already had from earlier. But honestly, I am not at my worst.
Well, that's good. Do you know of any headache remedies?
Sleep, alcohol.
I know one.
What would that be?
Hold out your hand.
Gonna hold out my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And Grin's just gonna, but it's all ineffectual. Like it doesn't penetrate skin, but you can see he's just kind of going, just
Oh,
biting
that
the
means he
shit
likes
out of
you.
her
Help!
head.
It's just eating me alive!
Oh, that means he likes you.
Yeah. Means he doesn't think you're the worst.
I don't think anything could be worse than the creep.
Now you're getting it.
Yep. They're the worst.
But essentially, it's that thing where, like, if someone grabs you, you know, this, like that
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
thing where someone grabs you, like right here, it'll like help get rid of a headache or something. You know that whole thing.
Gotcha.
The, veg
The little
is
home
nerve,
remedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little holistic. Alright. Very strange on Hopper's furry paws. Just get a puffball of fur in your mouth afterwards. I do feel a little better, but some warning next time would be appreciated.
I don't think it works if you get a warning.
I think
It's like
it
it's
would.
like it's like it's like getting rid of hiccups.
Hiccups are a different matter.
You know, you gotta, and it works. That's what I've always been told.
Yeah, I once had someone put their tongue inside my nose to help me get rid of my hiccups. Oh boy, that was incredibly weird.
Yeah, I got all of you handled just in case.
Look. I know you do a thumb here and then your tongue to the roof of your mouth for a brain freeze.
You also all see some of those like sprites from earlier that look similar to Grin looking out through the windows of the shack, and then they all kind of disappear one by one.
What was
What's
the-
going on?
Where were we coming to? What was the name of this place again?
You just see the road still continues. You've only been walking for 2 hours, so there's no way you're close to the tower yet. That was on
Oh,
the
it's a
sign.
tower. Okay.
There's
Uh,
a shack, like right
Yeah, there's a
there.
shack just off the road, about 50 feet. Like a rundown, overgrown, creepy shack.
I feel like this road was the road we were meant to travel upon. I feel like we shouldn't ignore the signs of the things upon the road. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, we were sent here to investigate. We've already got a pretty good amount of info, but I mean, why not check everything out?
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I'm not the type to like approach scary houses first.
Grin
Oh, I'll check
goes
it out.
invisible and starts going in.
Okay, the front door is there. The windows are unbroken, just the front door, and it's two windows at the front, and looking through the windows you can see 2 windows at the back, but the windows are like super grimy, so you can't fully see through them.
Grin just goes up, invisible, goes up to the door, and then just.
The door is so rotted that it falls off the hinges.
Can Torger go up to a window?
Yeah, you go up to the window. They're completely grimy, so you can't really see through them. And the door, you just see the door fall inward.
Silently as possible, go to the side.
Okay. So Grant, as you somehow knock this door over, and Torger, you see the shack is only a single room, filled with a variety of mold-covered wooden furniture, like thick black mold. Not like black mold, but like a weird black mold. It covers wooden furniture, cookware, tables, and a fire pit. The floor was once heavily carpeted, but is now overgrown with large patches of gray mold. A single bed rests in the corner and is also covered in mold and mushrooms.
Have I seen this mold and mushrooms before?
No.
Okay.
Do you
Do I
see
see
anything?
Yeah, do I see anything living in there?
Investigation checks for anyone in the shack investigating, so I believe that's Torger and Grin.
Yeah, Grin's just
I'm-
gonna stay flying and just fly around the
Mhm.
inside a bit. And
Yep, so
give
I
it
guess-
a
I'm gonna
look.
walk a perimeter on the outside.
Outside?
Of the hut.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Antyr's gonna sit in the middle of the road and open the spell book and begin to ritually cast Veiled Steward.
Okay.
Just in case.
Vonkar's just gonna like lean in through the he's gonna like a hand on the door frame. He's gonna poke his head in.
It stinks. It's like you're smelling a super musty bedroom.
Whoa, well, that's a ripe one in there. Oh, that's impressive.
What do we got for
Old,
those?
I rot.
What do we got for those?
Rot.
What do we got for those investigation checks?
Flat 10.
10?
I'm getting
Okay.
tens.
Grin
10.
doesn't.
Grin's
Grin,
getting tens.
Grin doesn't find anything.
All right.
That's
16.
16.
From torture.
There's a mold-crusted purse on the floor that's like adhered to the floor from just years of mold caking it to the floor. There is a cracked pearl necklace on the floor and a crumpled up piece of parchment that's been crumpled up into a ball. You got a crusty purse that's stuck to the floor, a cracked necklace, and a piece of parchment.
Grin's just gonna fly out and then make themselves invisible.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Hey, Bryn.
Yeah, but where'd you come from? Oh, shit.
Keeps your eyes peeled for everyone who's kinda like. I don't want to be judgmental, cause I mean, I know that me and Vonkar kinda looks like each other, but we don't know each other. But those guys who's kinda looks like you, keep your eyes peeled for them. I don't want to say you guys is the exact same, but you guys kinda look like each other. Also,
Hey, assholes.
shh,
Nothing.
Right.
I'm going to look inside this fuzzy purse.
As do you take it out?
I don't know why
Oh, that's
that
good.
got me.
Do you pry the fuzzy purse off the floor?
Yeah, while still looking at the note. The pearl necklace is
Sure.
kind of
Yeah, whatever. So there's sound of like a lot of dried like mold cracking and making like spores when you dust it,
Schlump.
and you pull up the purse, and yeah, you got the purse. There's a crumpled up ball of parchment on the floor, kind of near the bed. Inside the purse are 2 potions of healing. Really dusty potions of healing.
Where is Antyr?
Antyr's sitting on the road, kind of sit down in the middle of the road, ritually casting a spell. Vonkar's peeking through the door. Hopper's perimeter checking the building.
I look at Vonkar. Well, since I can't throw this at Antyr, I throw one of the healing potions at him.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I really want to.
I mean, I do want to just throw it.
Okay, cool.
I wish Antyr was here. I'll throw it at him.
Okay, you throwing words.
and-
Bullies.
So you throw you.
I don't know.
Toss it over his shoulders.
So Vonkar, you
I
can.
don't know why we've turned you into the George Michael of this group.
It's fine. Do you throw only one of the potions or both at Vonkar?
Just one.
Okay,
Just
Vonkar,
one.
potion of healing,
Ooh, thank you.
and then yeah, you got the piece of parchment, and then you got a free dirty, crusty purse.
I drop it.
Okay.
I don't know that has any value.
Do you take the other potion of healing though?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
The other
cool.
potion healing. I'll put it in my inventory.
Alrighty.
Also, yeah, I want to pick up the ball of parchment. Yeah, I guess I could. I mean, what would it look like if the necklace? You said it was a pearl necklace.
Yeah, it's a cracked pearl necklace. It doesn't look like it's worth much anymore.
Cracked, so it's probably got mold
Yeah.
inside the.
Oh, yeah.
cracks. Okay, so even if I tried to rub it off,
Yeah,
it would still.
it'd be a process to fix it.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. Then I'd probably be like, this isn't my jam.
Sure.
Probably couldn't salvage it for the
Looking
spell
at
components.
The ball of paper. I'd probably just see what's up.
Okay. It's a diary note, or something like that. 7th of Ziln 7080. I'll also post this in the group chat so everybody has it. 7th of Ziln 7080. So 5 years ago. It's hard to believe I've been stuck in this damned jungle for over a year already. I was minding my own business in an Undeal city when I was pulled through a weird portal and ended up in this shack. And oddly, I think I died here, but that must have been a dream. All I recall from the dream is praying I went to where my dear Harold ended up, but all I saw was a dark void filled with eyes. I've done my best to make this place my home, and I've tried foraging within the area, but I do my best to avoid the tower and the bog. The isolation is getting to me. I miss my grandkids. All I have for company is my thoughts and the weird creatures I've seen roaming about, especially this crawling, grayish-blue one covered in holes. The isolation is so bad, I even went to see if anyone lived in that tower. I couldn't see anyone or hear anyone, so I rushed straight home. It's strange. I feel like I'm being watched now, even inside my home. I think I'm gonna have a nap.
So
And
Torger's going to link his way over to Vonkar and just hand him the note.
and as you're
It was in common.
yeah, it was in common. And as you're walking to the door, you can kind of see a vaguely humanoid-shaped lump under the covers of the bed. And at this point, Antyr, I think you're... Hopper, your patrol is not revealing much of anything right now.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be a elbow to the ribs, give the note, and then point over at the bed. This is. It's not a no. Certainly not a no.
He's gonna lean out the door. Is Hopper like made his way around where we can see him again?
Probably. It's not a big shack.
Just gonna wave at Hopper silently. And just gonna hand the note over.
I'll read it.
Okay, yeah, it's in
And
the
then-
it's in the group chat.
Point at the lump on the bed.
A vaguely humanoid-shaped lump under the covers. The bed is covered in mold and gray crust. And yeah, Antyr, your servant would be up.
Alright, let's go foraging in here.
So Leek will come.
what?
So everyone's inside the shack. It's a pretty tight
Oh,
spot.
we're,
Everyone
like,
can
right
fit
in the
inside.
door.
Yeah,
Okay,
Antyr wouldn't
okay.
walk into that place. There's a reason
Yeah,
why
like-
he was
Like
casting
Vonkar's still at the
okay.
doorway. I think Torger came to him, and then like
Okay,
we're
cool.
like the three of us are kind of like gathered right in the
Sure.
doorway, just like pointing across
Perfect.
the shack
Yeah.
at the bed.
And,
Okay.
Yeah, and Grin's outside the shack because he thought he did a good job investigating. He's done.
Leek is sitting on like the little path leading into the house, just kind of eating something.
You got anything you can share, Leek?
Yeah, I got I still got a bunch of these grubs.
Can I take one?
How many would he have left? He gave everybody one. There's 7 people.
Oh wait, I still have yours from the other.
Yeah. It fills you up for 24 hours. You won't need to eat anything else after eating one.
Nice.
And then Grin just instantly gets like a little pot belly. Just. So yeah, people in the
It's
shack.
epic, Grin.
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
I think we're getting ready to attack the bed, but
Beat the shit out of the bed.
yeah. Gonna
I'm-
look at Antyr and just be like, what did you?
Oh, they, my, you can't see them, but they're there. I was going to send them in to gather up some goodies, but I think you already acquired those.
Can you pull the covers?
Oh, yes, actually. Hey, be a doll and go unveil.
Okay. So those of you around the shack, in the shack, you just see the blankets invisibly get pulled back, and there's some resistance a little bit as they're being pulled, and you hear like a cracking noise, like a lot of. It's like these blankets are stiff, just. And as the covers are pulled back, you see, yeah, you see an emaciated old human woman whose body has become so overgrown with the same gray mold and fungus that her features are indiscernible, and she has fused into the mattress. Her belly seems to have been turned into a gaping hole filled with a pool of black ink-like fluid.
That's not something you see every day. That's gross.
Roughly how big is this room?
Not big. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Like smaller than a 20-foot cube?
Probably not. Probably a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger than 20-foot cube, okay.
But those of you who are near the body, anyone proficient with medicine?
Not me.
Not me.
Not proficient, but I got some skill points in it.
Okay.
Actually, I might be proficient in medicine.
You have a little dot beside it?
Oh shit, no, I'm sorry. I figured how proficiencies work.
Leek,
But I got some
I was gonna
points
say,
in
I'm
it.
like, what edition were you just talking about? Skill
Sorry.
points.
No, I forgot.
You
Oh
love
my
being
god.
powered by the apocalypse?
No, truly. Sometimes my brain shuts down and it like reboots to 3.5.
But I was gonna say, yeah.
I love 3.5. I miss it. But yeah, sorry. My
clearly she's been dead for a long time. Probably 5 years. But yeah, the fluid in her belly is weird. And as you're looking at her, you all can hear like a faint lullaby.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. You hear a faint lullaby coming through the gloomy surrounding mushroom trees coming from the south, so the direction you just came from. And the lullaby gets louder and louder. Those of you that understand Sylvan hear the following. Everybody else just hears garbled voices. You hear, "Hush, my darlings, deep in the night, within my flesh your home so tight. Drink of my milk, imbibe my love, feast on my essence below, above. I sense the scent of meat so near, morsels of prey, trembling in fear. You'll gorge and devour till satisfied, in your little bellies, sustenance inside. You each have but a few seconds until whatever is singing passes by the shack. So what single action does everybody want to do? Antyr, single action. What are you doing?
Single action. Antyr. Oh god. Antyr steps behind Vonkar.
Perfect. Creep and grin. Single actions.
Grin's gonna turn invisible.
What about the creep?
Creep is gonna. I mean, it's an action, so he's gonna cast Blade Ward.
Okay, Hopper, single action.
You
did say Fairy Fire.
Yeah. Can I hold Fairy Fire?
Of course. Vonkar.
He's noticing that Antyr's behind him. He's
And you
just
can hear
gonna dodge
and
action.
you can't understand the lullaby. You just hear a weird like, and everyone else that speaks Sylvan can understand the lullaby, that weird lullaby. But it's okay. So
Yeah,
you're
just-
taking a dodge action.
Just dodge action, yeah.
Torger,
Ready.
single action. What are you doing?
Hide.
Hide. Make a stealth check.
You know it.
I want Doe to just turn.
Where are
into
you
a
hiding? Under the really only place you could hide in
No,
is
turns into a
probably
mailbox.
under the bed.
Under the bed.
Okay, yeah, stealth
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Hide under the bed.
Under the bed or far side of the bed.
Probably under the bed would be your best bet. The room's not that big. Under the crusty bed you go.
21, baby.
Under the bed. Doe, ready. No. Doe will just rape you out and go dodge. Leek is outside, so Leek hears the lullaby, and we'll just don't do anything. So,
Oh no.
I'm
walking
hiding in a state of readiness.
through the gloomy windows, you can briefly make out something walking through the trees behind the shack towards the shack. About 15 feet away from the nearest window is a strange, grayish blue-skinned creature. Slightly resembles Grin, but it's crawling on all fours, and it's roughly the size of a black bear. Its head has pink, hairy, butterfly-like wings that glitter with pink powder. It has a wide, grinning mouth of misshapen, sharp teeth, and its flesh is covered in numerous gaping holes. And inside those holes, you can see numerous sprites that look exactly like Grin, and appear to be both nursing on black milk and eating scraps of various meat. And flying around its head are two more of these sprites kind of looking around. And that's where we're going to go to break, and we're going to come back with everybody rolling initiative.
Oh boy.
It's triggering my trypophobia.
A little bit
Oh,
too.
no.
Samesies. I didn't. That's why I didn't ask anymore about the creature that this note was talking about.
So, we're back here in 10 minutes to fight this weird creature that's singing a lullaby and has sprites living inside of it. See you all back here in 10 minutes.
Terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right out of a grim fairy tale.
Yuck.
everybody. It is time for a battle map. Well, I pull that up. Okay. To the abandoned shack. I've put people's tokens where they said they are.
Mm-hmm.
He would have. Antyr technically would have stepped behind Vonkar into the house then.
Okay, so we'll put Vonkar up one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's a pretty small
I think-
place.
I think the creep and grin were. Oh yeah, they are right next to Leek. Okay, cool.
But
Yeah, that is where
generally,
they would
this
be.
is where. Oh yeah, I think Hopper was closer to the bed.
Wait, I think. Wait.
Regardless, put your tokens wherever
Shouldn't
you
Antyr and
want to
Vonkar be switched?
Swap. Yeah, we'll just swap.
be. Oh, okay.
There we go. Yeah, more like that.
Behind isn't hiding behind me from the thing coming up the road.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
And then behind the shack, we got the thing coming. You can hear it
Nice.
singing.
Oh, I thought you said it was coming up the road.
Oh no, it's coming from the south direction.
behind,
So it's coming.
yeah,
it's
from the
behind. It's on the other side of the
forest.
shack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
But I think we're gonna start a little fight.
I like that you indicated with words that those are windows. By the way.
We're gonna start with a little
Windows.
fight.
Yeah, the windows are really grimy.
Okay.
So technically lightly obscured through the windows. Yeah. Now, before we get to the nitty gritty, cool. Hopper, you're up first. You can
Okay.
see it through the. You can see it vaguely through the windows.
Okay, and I am a tiny boy.
You are considered a small creature.
How tall is this thing, from what I can tell?
Size of a black bear.
Okay,
5 feet.
that's
yeah.
cool. Sweet.
Medium. It's a medium creature, and it's got two sprites
Okay.
flying around its head that are looking in every direction. And again, they look exactly like Grin, hence the same token.
Okay. Cool. I didn't decide what I was gonna do for my turn on the break. Cool. I would like to. I can't see. Are there any windows on the sides?
No, I've labeled what are windows and what aren't.
Nope. Okay. Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go over to this window with my movement,
Okay.
and then bonus action Misty Step to behind this mushroom over here.
Sure. Do it up.
And then action hide.
Action hide.
Sweet.
Go for it. Make a stealth check against the Hive Mother's passive perception.
Oh, I have disadvantage because I'm wearing chainmail.
That's correct. So clank, clank, clank. Disadvantage.
Oh,
Stealth
that's
check.
not bad. Oh, it's 16.
Let me
Nice.
see here. What's her passive
you-
perception?
So
That's
you,
not bad.
yeah. So you like, because you you Misty stepped there, so you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about moving.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
I got a 16 total.
Okay. Cool. You hope you're hidden. You hope you're hidden from the Hive Mother and her sprites.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just out here
You
by
hope
myself.
you hope you're hidden.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your turn.
Yep.
That'll bring us to Torger, who is prone under the bed.
Torger, who is prone under the bed, remembers there was a giggling laughing in his head.
Okay.
Tries to remember that feeling
Mhm.
to send Antyr a message. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But
Okay.
there is
Do you have the capabilities though?
absolutely not. No, I literally don't understand
I-
what the fuck you're talking about. I think people have tried to fuck with my head before, and I'm like,
Okay.
things in the Underdark can fuck with your head.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is beyond the comprehension that Torger has.
Okay.
I know that. I know things will fuck with your head, but sometimes they say they can hear you all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
So
Yeah,
there is a bit of a faith in like the. There's a so he thinks
Oh shit.
I guess maybe I won't tell you what he thinks, because if you can't hear it,
Yeah, he can't.
then I won't be able. Then
They
great.
can't. Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah.
Then Torger just thinks something to himself, and then and then just takes off, runs through the glass.
Okay, so just so you know, it's gonna be half movement to get out from under the bed because you're prone.
Great. That's still good.
So that's 20 feet of movement to get up from under the bed.
Yeah. And then 20 movement to get to them.
You're jumping through the window.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right, you take.
Yep.
Use your defense straight yourself. You take 3 piercing damage as you go sailing through that window.
Well,
Sail.
and then.
And you can, yeah, this thing looks weird.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go up to them and then take a swing on them
I posted the big version of it in the group chat.
with the short sword
Horrible.
that he has. He's going to take a swing at the main hunk.
Attacking Mommy, the one that's singing in the lullaby.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Through the window at it. And yeah, you can see you can see little grins, other grins kind of flying around its head, and you can see other grins inside the holes on her body just nursing, making nursing noises. What'd you get to hit?
That's an 8.
Oh, that'll
Ain't
miss,
gonna
yeah.
do it. Alright, so I'm gonna take a bonus action unarmed strike. Now how does a 15 do on one of the little guys?
You're attacking one of the sprites.
Yeah.
15 just hits.
Okay, so then I guess I'm gonna swing with the sword and then push off of the Hive Mother's haunch
Ugh.
and Superman punch
One of the
one of the
sprites.
sprites.
Uh,
Yeah.
roll your
Unarmed attack.
roll your unarmed strike damage.
That's 6 damage.
You just powder it and turn it to paste. Like it splatters over your fist.
Ah, what the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, it's dead. You just it's goo. A or B? Which one do you kill? A or B?
I'll give me a second. I'm gonna look at the map. Get you.
Doesn't really matter. Just whatever one you want.
B.
B. Dead. Turn to goo. You kill something that looks exactly like Grin. Because in my setting, because of the way Garrett described it, this is how all sprites look in my world. So here you go.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Because I think that's cool.
What the fuck?
There's like a wing attached that's like flapping around.
It's just glued.
And then just like, and then takes a defensive stance.
Okay. That'll bring us to Grin.
All right. How tall is the shack?
Good question. Let's say standard ceiling height, 10 feet.
So about 10 feet. So total probably 15 feet with the roof.
Yeah.
If they built it like. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll say 5, 10, 15, 20.
And yeah, since Grin is
And he's doing this
tiny-
invisibly.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, sure.
And 25,
Because I don't
30.
have the time to slap a token on you right now. We'll just say
Green invisible. That's a safe bet. And he's just gonna stay on top of the. Excuse me. He's gonna stay on top of here for this turn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just so that he has visual on as much stuff as possible.
So you're on the roof?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
So you're
invisibly
outside.
upon the roof.
Good to know.
Not like standing on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
still
yeah.
flying.
You're
but
pretty.
yeah.
You're pretty small. You're hard to spot, even if you were visible.
Yeah.
Vonkar Eldsaga.
All right.
You see Torger just come out under the bed through the window.
Whoa!
One, two.
The window. Since he leapt out the window, I'll say not difficult terrain, but it is difficult terrain to go out the window. And
Yeah.
there are still shards of glass in the window, so you might take some piercing damage if you go through the window.
But it's no longer something
4,
you
5.
can't look through now.
Okay,
It's
so-
not
So
grimy.
I'll spend the 2 squares to go through.
As
I
you
don't know
go
if
through
that
the
makes
window,
sense.
you take 4 piercing damage on the glass shards.
Ouch! Can I get a dex save or something to avoid that, or?
Yeah, because you're going through carefully, and Torger just leapt
Yeah.
through. Yeah, so dex save
Right.
actually.
All right.
I was
10,
10. The
so-
first part of Matrix.
10. Yeah, 10's fine.
Okay. So just- and then 6 will bring me to here, and then Vonkar is gonna go. Oh, I got you, Torger. I'm not letting you fight this alone. And then Vonkar is gonna get big, and then he's gonna get bigger.
All right, what size you going?
Huge.
So that's 3 squares. All right.
Yep.
You will displace the trees a bit.
Just-
Get on away.
Oh, it's gonna be a little finicky. I can't make you super big.
Okay, that's fine. You just put me in the center there, so I'm
There you
touching
go.
all the squares. We know I'm 3
Yeah.
by 3.
So that some of the
Uh,
mushroom trees get like pushed to the side as you go to. How tall are you now?
Let me think. It's doubled from 5 feet to 10 feet, and then to 20 feet tall.
20 feet tall.
Looking probably over the roof of the hut.
Grin
Yeah.
whispers to himself,
Biggest halfling I've ever seen.
So everybody but Leek and the Creep see that.
And then I'm gonna action surge
Okay,
and make an attack.
go for it.
Just bring the fist down.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Rune Knight.
Yup.
Much more balance than the UA one.
Yep. Oh, is it gonna hit? Oh, let's see. Oh, does a 12 hit though?
Are you going for mommy or the sprite?
Mommy.
Misses.
Just kicks up a cloud of
Yeah, just-
like clods of dirt as he misses. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Getting the aim back is a little difficult.
Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Okay.
U.S. positivity is inspiring.
What is going on over there, everyone? You hear Leek's sprite say.
What?
Antyr.
Oh,
Or Leek's
Okay.
familiar.
Antyr runs to the window because that's where Vonkar
You
went,
can see
and
big old Vonkar just.
eyes go wide for a second. And as the eyes go wide, there's a moment where the eyes go completely solid silver as these 3 motes flitter out, and gonna cast Motes of Eclipse, which is magic missile.
Yep.
At one is gonna go for the sprite,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 are gonna go for mommy.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Well, magic missile automatically hits.
Correct. That's right, I forgot.
So the damage is 4 to the sprite
It dies.
and 8 to mommy.
When the sprite dies, it explodes like someone bled off a wet glitter bomb.
Perfect.
You just hear a little go, no! So that dies.
And gonna not step on the bed because that's gross.
Oh, it's
Is gonna kind of duck a
crusty.
little bit to where the eyes are still visible to look out. So
Sure.
3/4 cover.
essentially aiming for that. Yeah,
Alright, and it was 4 damage to mommy as well.
8 damage to mommy
8? Oh, right, 'cause she got hit by
because
2. That's
twice.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, it's gonna bring us to Doe, who will get up to this window that's grimy, and cast Vicious Mockery on Yeah, lightly obscured you can still see.
Just
the
imagine
form.
they go like.
Just like they
Look
sort of
through.
run their rubs it and then just drags their nails down the window for the vicious mock. No, you have to insult them. You're
Not a very good mom if you let 2 of your kids die.
we're gonna plug. I'm gonna plug those holes because they
Ooh,
stink.
that's a nightmare. Ugh, gross.
So vicious mockery. So the hive mother needs to make a wisdom save, DC 15. That's +4 to wisdom save.
Well, you're punching. You're using your fist.
Oh, 13. That's a fail.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
And that's with a +5 or +4 to those. So Joe, vicious mockery for 1 psychic damage.
Okay.
But it's vicious mockery, so
Early level casters. What are you gonna do?
Disadvantage on attacks, right?
disadvantage
Disadvantage
on its
on
next
attacks.
attack roll. It makes before the end of its next
Oh,
turn.
clutch!
Nice.
Yeah.
And then Doe's just gonna hang out with his gross window. What's Endylus doing?
And Dylus is going to fly 5, 10, fly up, and is going to essentially fly high enough. Well, so it can go 5, 10, 15, and then gonna go 25 feet up and keep the eyes are just gonna be watching
Perfect.
all around, looking for any potential additional mommies or additional,
Additional mommies?
sprites.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, that's going to bring us to the Hive Mother. She is going to flap her butterfly-like wings, causing some of that pink dust to and shimmer down, and a 30-foot radius cloud around her. Doesn't go inside. Actually, it would, because the window's open.
Oh,
So I need
bless.
Torger, Vonkar, Antyr, 30-foot radius, 5, 10, 15,
I
and
think I'm also in that radius.
Hopper to make Constitution saving throws. As this weird pink shimmering dust. Actually, Antyr. Let me look at your character sheet real quick,
Okay.
because this might auto kill you for fun. No.
Yeah.
He's too OP. Kill him. Kill him.
Never mind. You're immune.
I want to ask a question based on my character.
Yep.
Is it? I don't think it's a charming spell, but is it a stunning or a poison condition?
Nope.
I was gonna ask
Thank
the
you.
same thing
Nope.
for the same reason.
But Antyr, you're immune. Everybody
Okay.
else, you start to feel your eyelid. So yeah, Torger, Vonkar, and Hopper, you feel your eyelids start to get a little heavy. And I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Eyelids heavy, mom spaghetti.
These weak arms are heavy. 10 for Hopper.
Also 10.
Okay, so Vonkar and Hopper, you retain your hit points where you are, but you just fall asleep and are considered unconscious.
14.
You are still awake.
Nothing's closing those eyelids.
But Vonkar and Hopper are both unconscious.
You see something?
Does he fall? Does he go
Vonkar actually does.
prone?
Vonkar shrinks down a bit then because he loses
Yeah.
concentration on enlarge.
So you'd
Oh,
be
no.
back to
Back
being,
at music. So he's large still though because the giant's might doesn't go away when he drops unconscious.
Okay.
right. So you're
So he
just
just
gonna
takes
be,
up 4
Yeah,
squares.
2x2 now.
Yeah.
But yes, unconscious. And just for
Is Sprite A dead, by the way? Is that the Sprite that I killed?
oh right, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure it wasn't like additional.
So yeah, Hopper falls asleep,
additional
and
items.
Vonkar falls asleep. Unconscious. Unconscious. Oh, that's a big unconscious token. Unconscious and
Cool.
unconscious. Both of you just asleep. Vonkar, you just and then you shrink. Okay. Let's see if she recharges her soothing dust. Nope. As a bonus action,
That's why
no.
she felt tired. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
it just clicked. That just clicked
As
with the
a
woman.
as a bonus action, she's gonna unleash hives.
Blech.
Oh
Good
boy.
And 3 sprites come crawling out of the holes.
There's a character in Vampire Hunter D that does some nasty shit like this that I'm like.
Or his ninja scroll.
Garrett, you have the sprite pulled up for me.
Yes,
Can you
but
tell me
also-
how many hit points they have each, real quick?
The sprites, they have 2 hit points.
AC is 15.
Yep.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Beautiful.
Then yeah, 3 more just come crawling out of the holes, going, "What are you doing to Mom?"
I asked Justin, are we doing the cleave rule?
No, it's a lot to track.
Okay.
But
Okay,
if
yeah.
yeah, it's a lot to track.
Okay.
If we have like
I was just-
massive amounts of enemies, then yes.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure if I like did damage
15.
on one, I wanted to know if it would go into the next one for those sprites more specifically. I'm wondering if I should focus and be crowd control, or if I should continue to try and focus one. That's why I'm asking to kind of let you meek, meek behind my peek behind my meta curtain.
Okay.
Meek behind my peta curtain.
Yeah, we might do cleave for this just to keep things.
Ugh.
Yeah, it got weird. It got
Peek
weird
behind
there.
your
Not on
meat
purpose. Sorry. Ow!
I was like, where are we
You took it even
going?
weirder.
Where are we
There
traveling
we
to?
go,
man?
everybody.
Guys, I'll take you on a journey.
Okay, so we
Going
got
on a trip.
Come with me, and you'll see.
another one.
There we got 3 more.
3 more grins just pop out of those holes.
If you can believe it, Torger's eyes get a little wider.
Excellent.
Eyelids just fall behind the.
I mean, you put him into a state of Hulkamania by almost getting him to sleep. Like his arm went down once,
Oh.
down twice, and then he almost went.
No, that's Sprite.
Hulkamania.
He went into a state of
That
Hulkamania.
day.
Man. Okay. There's 1. There's 2.
Oh gosh.
No, I don't want that one. I want this one. And 3.
I really wish I didn't fall asleep.
That sucks, eh?
Yeah.
It really does.
So yeah, those 3 little babies come out. That's gonna bring us to the creep.
Hey, creep, wake me up, please.
The
I would have to
commotion
do-
can be heard at this point.
The creep would have to do damage to you, I think. But we'll see.
Bring it on. I can take it.
I don't think I can actually get into a position where I can actually see anybody in the backyard. You know what? Yeah, I'll have the creep move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll have the creep move here
Okay,
so that they can look out the window.
sure.
And they, since like, so this isn't the creep that's doing this, it's likely Grin, like compelling the creep to do a lot of these things. But they're going to bonus action shove. Yeah, so what, where is that? It's right here. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be moved 5 feet toward you or away from you.
Okay,
And I'm gonna have them move towards me
sure. And it's
because
strength, you said?
moving them. Yeah. So any creature that's unconscious automatically fails strength saving throws, if I remember correctly. Or
yes.
maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. So then they're jostled and they move 5 feet to this location.
And who are you doing that to?
Hopper.
All right, they move 5 feet, then they don't wake up.
Oh, I thought
Nope.
jostling them would
Nope.
wake them up.
They
Okay.
get pulled 5 feet and remain unconscious.
Next time, just slam him into the wall.
You have to
Yeah.
use your action.
Action Blade Ward. And that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty.
spell for the sleep spell, I believe, as written,
You'll find out. It's not a sleep
Yeah, we don't
spell.
know.
It's not the spell, it's a
Oh,
special
Yeah,
attack.
the spell targets hit
shit.
points.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
something
I
else.
assumed.
Yeah.
I'm an ass.
All right, so you just pull.
You know what
you
assuming does.
You just pull this unconscious rabbit towards the window, and they're just like dragged on the ground.
Ragdolls it.
All right,
Drag
and
her.
then Blade Ward. Cool. Leek can hear the commotion, but they are a child. But let's see.
That's good. They should be safe. He's our safe little boy. Come
They
on.
seem excited. You hear them
Oh,
just
no.
shout with glee. I can finally do what I was born to do. 5,
Shut up,
10,
Leek.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Can't see anything.
No, they can't, but that's okay. They don't need to. Nobody can see this either, which is fine.
It's fine.
So actually, before they start running, they're
I bet
actually
Grim can
why would
see
they be outside? They would not be outside. They would run inside where it's safe. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get here, and go, "Hi, Antyr, look at this!" And they pull their teddy bear off their waist that you gave them back,
Uh-huh.
and they're gonna spend 2 of their wild shapes.
Oh, that's so cool.
And is it 2? Oh, just 1. Cool.
Ooh.
And as
I know
an
this is
action, they lift up the patchwork gross teddy bear, and you watch as it levitates off the belt, and its mouth fills with purple fire. And wildfire spirits can fly.
Yeah.
You hear like a ripping noise in the back as 2 long human arms that are severely burned come out of the back and flap like wings.
Nice.
Horrifying.
And then summons it in a spot where it'll be right next to the Hive Mother. So we're gonna go right there. And I can't wait till that art's finished. Oh man. And then summons Cabbage. And I believe when you summon the Wildfire Spirit, when it appears any creature within 10 feet of it,
Uh-oh.
he'd put it in a spot where it wouldn't hurt his friends. I just didn't remember. So probably it has to be within. Well, it depends how closely he can throw it. God, a lot of stuff to figure out. Okay,
No worries.
30
We're
feet of
learning.
you,
We're all learning.
within 30 feet. So that's gonna be 5,
It
10,
could be like-
15.
Oh,
Yeah, right here,
Right here.
or right here.
Oh, there.
Hmm.
Wait, no, because 10
Yep.
feet that'll burn.
One more. Do this one.
Yep, there
Yep.
we go. That won't
Yep.
burn any friends. So it appears, and in a flash of purple fire, and the sprites and the mommy need to make DC 15 dex saves or take 2d6 fire damage. Okay. Mommy gets a natural 1 plus 5.
Nice.
The sprites have, what's their dex modifier?
+4.
Thank you. 15, so succeeds, natural 20, and a 7. So 1 sprite fails, 2 succeed. And mommy failed. And it's 2d6 fire damage to the ones that failed. Nothing happens to the ones that succeeded. 7 fire damage.
Nice.
Good.
So mommy takes 7 fire damage, and one of the sprites takes 7 fire damage and dies. Just screams as it burns with purple flames, and yeah, all the flames that are manifesting through the bear are purple. So that's an action
That's cool.
to summon the wildfire spirit. Bonus actions for this little druid, this wildfire druid. Oh, he can't bite anybody. Oh! Bonus action, he's gonna just say, "Make him hurt!" And it shares my initiative count. So after Leek's turn, then would be Cabbage. and Cabbage is going to open up their mouth unnaturally wide,
It's a teddy bear. What's natural?
and a creepy teddy bear with teeth and weird eyes. And it's going to do is its flame seed, and it's going to open up its mouth and belch out a ball of fire, kind of like the old school Mario games with those guys that would spit fire. For a 9 to hit, so just misses.
It's like when you haven't tried spitting in a while, and it's just like. Just
So
kind of hangs on.
that's Leek's turn, bringing us to Hopper. You're just unconscious,
I am unconscious.
and that's your turn. Torger.
I don't get to make any
Nope.
rolls to come
Nope.
come conscious. No. Cool.
Damn.
Torger. What do you got for me there, Torger?
Yeah, sorry, I apologize. I had just a moment of like, all right, so.
I got Hopper. Don't worry about it. Grin's
Okay.
coming up soon.
I also
Alright.
posted the sketch of Cabbage with his flying arms out.
Ooh.
It's a weird teddy bear made from a weird woman.
All right. Yeah, I gotta just do the one thing I know how to do. I am gonna attack with my sword then
At the mama or the two new sprites?
at the mama.
Perfect.
If you have a spare attack,
That is an
punch my way.
18.
18 hits.
18 hits.
Oh, Leek got a kill. Yay.
Bam. So, I'm going. Oh shit! Yes, here comes the. Oh, come on, pathetic. 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, cool.
And then I am going to spend a key point to do 2 punches.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 2 unarmed strikes. Or because a flurry of blows is 2
Yep.
at this level. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
Sure. Both at mama?
Actually, 1 at Mama, and I am going to heal kick that big guy next to me.
Okay, so advantage on Vonkar.
Okay, so here's the first one.
I want you to be a crit.
So 14 on the Mama.
That misses.
Damn it.
Oh, no, sorry, that just hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
So advantage on the Mama, and then...
No,
or,
advantage
sorry,
on Vonkar.
I apologize. It was 14 on the Mama.
That hits.
Great. And here is the advantage roll.
Yep.
For Vonkar.
Wait, he's unconscious, so it's an auto crit. If it hits.
I mean, it probably hits then, right?
No,
Or
for
is it
hitting,
just
you still gotta roll to hit it. But if you hit Vonkar, I think if you're unconscious, it's an
It's
auto.
an auto,
crit.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you beat the AC, it's an auto crit.
14.
14 does not hit Vonkar.
Oh. Then I guess I just kicked dirt towards him.
No,
He's
you
got-
pick the armor.
He's got a lot of
wearing
armor.
Yeah.
Alright, so then, wild. Wait, was that advantage? So it's advantage on the
Because
second
he's
person?
prone and unconscious.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry,
unconscious,
Then
yeah.
I'm going to roll one more time and see if that does hit. 16?
Still miss.
Nope.
Damn!
Fuck.
Bring full
Alright,
plate.
so, alright, so then flurry of blows for the
yeah,
mama's
yeah.
damage is 6.
Nice.
And for the sword, did I already? Oh,
You already gave me
5.
the sword, it was 5, yeah.
So 11, yeah. Thank you.
Cool,
11
okay.
total damage for that turn for,
Yep.
For I've used action, bonus action. I've used a key point, and I think that is, unless I use movement, but I'm not going to. So I
Okay,
think that's
cool.
everything.
Grin.
Grin's gonna fly down to Hopper.
Okay.
Just start shaking him and slapping him.
Okay. Are you
And he'll be
using
like,
Come on, Hopper. Oberon's dead. You gotta show us what you can do.
So what are you doing as your action there?
Yeah, depending on how things are working, he might. He can't do an attack because it requires, uh, uh, the creep's turn
Yeah.
to give him the attack.
Mhm.
So he's using his action to like try and shake him
Okay.
awake and do whatever they can.
Still unconscious.
Ah.
So Grin flies over to Hopper, tries shaking Hopper, waking Hopper, snoozing.
So anything but damage.
So that's
I
your
guess,
action.
then. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
All right. So
The two with the highest AC are down.
fly Grin all over onwards to that direction.
Oh yeah.
I got it. Boom. You're invisible at least, so that helps. And that wasn't an attack, so you're still invisible.
Yep.
Vonkar be snoozing.
Love getting to participate in fights.
I tried. I thought I'd hit you.
I know.
I really thought I had a good chance of hitting
Captain,
ya.
not gonna do anything.
18 AC.
Sprites. They get to do something.
Really thought I had a good chance. of hitting you.
This sprite is going to just I don't know, try to stab Torger with a little sword that it has. So you see it pulls out this little sword. It's like maybe like the size of a cocktail skewer,
Bring all used pains to me.
and it's gonna go poke you in the eye with it.
Well, okay, that's a big target, but why is you?
4 to hit. Yeah, of course. The other one is going to attempt to stab down at Torger or at Vonkar with the little cocktail skewer
Bring it.
with advantage, +2 to hit.
Like a 25%
Natural 1, but with advantage, a 17 +2 for a 19 to hit.
Wow, actually hits.
Yeah.
Wow.
You take 2 slashing damage because it's a crit,
Amazing.
and you are
But-
no longer unconscious.
Yay!
Hey!
But you're prone as you see this little sprite. It looks like Grin on your face, just like shoving a cocktail skewer like into like your tear duct.
Bryn, what are you doing?
Making candy.
Bryn, your voice sounds different.
And you see another one kind of like fluttering in front of Torger, and you see many more inside the mother.
I hate it.
Bryn, where are you?
More in the
Bryn, I
mother.
lost track of you. Which one are you?
I'm invisible. Hit everything.
Oh, all right.
Hit everything you can see.
That's gonna bring us to Antyr.
All right. Antyr will pop up fully, kind of lean out the window to get a clear view of the whole place,
Mm-hmm.
and the eyes go silver again, and then 2 motes from each. I'm gonna upcast motes of the eclipse, and one on each sprite.
Mm-hmm.
One shoots to the far right and hits Hopper, and then the other hits the mother.
Okay, cool.
For
Roll low.
max damage 5.
Okay.
So everybody takes, all 4 of them take 5 force damage.
Okay, so
both
Hopper,
of the
you
sprites-
you are conscious after getting hit by a magic missile.
If the creep could get me standing, that would be great.
All right, so sorry, everyone takes 5 that got hit.
Yeah, so it's Hopper, the 2 sprites, and then Mother.
Those 2 sprites again exploded like gooey glitter bombs. Antyr, the sprite killer.
Yeah.
So you killed 2 more sprites there. Nice. You've killed.
For the sake of this, how tall is this one? Is this mushroom over here?
They're all roughly the size of trees, so about like 40, 60 feet.
Dang.
Really tall.
All right.
Really tall jungle trees.
Then Antyr's gonna look out to allow Leek to have some room. Gonna look out, and Leek's gonna see what appears like these twinkling stars begin to form around, and as a bonus action, Antyr will do Starlight Step, which is
Yep.
Yep, their special ability, and is going to appear outside 30 feet. So
Perfect.
here.
Cool. Oh yeah, the one that's like poking into Vonkar's like tear duct with the skewer thing is just giggling as it explodes like a glitter bomb all over Vonkar's face. Just
Oh no.
Oh, I'm gonna need to wash that off my eyes. Oh, you ever had glitter in your corneas? Not a fun
Glitter in my sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you want.
that'll bring us to Doe.
Oh.
Just gonna see Doe, or Doe's just gonna, What do you got here, Doe? How's everybody looking health-wise? That Doe can see at least.
Beautiful.
Okay, never mind.
I'm down 5, but that's it.
Okay.
Down 3, but I'm good.
Okay. Man, interesting. Shatter would not work that well. I guess another Vicious Mockery, because they don't got a lot of combat spells. It's a lot of, yeah. So, Wisdom save for the mama. $21. But thankfully, that's just a cantrip, so...
Cantrip.
Vicious Mockery. Bonus action through the muffled window. They're just gonna scream, "You're big and tall!" And give Vonkar Bardic Inspiration. A D6 of Bardic Inspiration. Cool. And Dylus.
Oh yeah. Gonna fly a little bit closer to about the corner here of the house. The eyes are keeping watch.
Okay, cool. The Hive Mother sprite
Let's go.
Come on.
is, unfortunately, no one's unconscious around her again, so her bites aren't going to be as fun. So she's gonna just bite down on Vonkar, or attempt to. Her mouth, like, unnaturally opened and unhinges like a snake, just goes to, like, 10 feet wide almost, the bite. And is going to come clamping down on you with advantage. For a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
I'm going to use my reaction, Astral Cord.
Yeah.
The Astral Cord gets pulled taut, and Vonkar, there's a moment where you watch the moment in time where you would get bit, and all of a sudden, as you look back, you pull your leg just enough time to where it clamps down on nothing.
Ooh.
What?
That's
All
cool.
right.
She does recharge her Soothing Dust, though, which is nice. Cool. That'll bring us to...
Oh wait, did she just end her turn?
Yeah.
As a reaction, Vonkar is going to activate his Stone Rune,
Yeah.
and I'm going to need a Wisdom saving throw from her.
Okay. +4. 16.
She's immune to the charm condition.
She is immune to
Silvery barbs.
She,
Reaction silvery
and
barbs.
she's also
No,
immune to
she's
the charm
immune.
condition. But you use Silvery Barbs.
Wow.
But then I can give that advantage to someone.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna give it to.
Unless
Who's that?
does it specify that it has to go off, though, for it to...
Well, so the spell technically succeeds. She just, like,
Is
doesn't
immune to
matter
it.
if she's immune to the effects, but I think she still makes the saving throw.
Okay.
It just doesn't matter.
So who's getting the advantage, then? And mark off these spells and abilities.
It's so funny because none of us, we haven't been able to do a whole lot of damage. Or
Yeah.
It's just like
I'm gonna
a lot of people
give it-
helping each other out.
I'm gonna give it to myself.
Okay. That's rude.
Like, that's kind of our group dynamic,
Creep.
is that none of us are really great at anything, but we're all really great at helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's been a good 3
We're all
hours.
great support characters.
It's been a good 3 hours that everyone collectively has known each other, but some of you have known each other for far
Yeah,
longer.
exactly. We're all pretty selfish still, which is fair.
But yeah, Creep, you're up.
but this is the creep and grin's thing. So Chris is like, "Creep, get your ass out here!" Pulls on his chain. Uh,
Pulling them through the
creep,
window.
creep, yeah, the creep just
Okay.
through the window.
The creep takes one piercing damage as they go through the window and land prone on the other side. And since Hopper is considered a small creature, you land prone on top of Hopper.
Aw.
Cool. I'm gonna
Aw.
only use 5 feet of movement to roll off,
Okay.
and then use bonus action to shove them upwards onto their feet.
Okay, perfect. Do you choose to fail to save Hopper?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe the creep is not completely the worst in this
okay.
moment.
So the creep lands on
Don't say
top
that
of
out
you,
loud.
rolls to the side. What side are you rolling to? Left or right?
I mean, he did land on me, so.
He rolls this way and then
Okay.
does a shove in,
Okay. So
over to
Hopper,
here, 5 feet to there. Yeah.
you're shoved 5 feet, and we'll say you're no longer prone.
Nice.
Eight.
And
We're so helpful.
the creep
y'all.
is prone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's anything else.
Creep's just a wiggle worm on the ground.
Anything else for anything else for the creep?
I mean, he could use his movement to stand, but I think he's just fine lying on the ground right now.
Perfect. Excellent. All right. Leek is gonna just take a step to
Stand
the
up,
side
please,
here.
you weirdo.
Leek is just gonna take a little step to the side. So you can only see Leek's like eyes like this over the windowsill, like eyes and then up
Nice.
because he's short. 'Cause he's 4 feet tall.
You can
He's-
just see his hat.
He's just gonna giggle. Cause that's fun. Do I cast that spell or do I cast a different one? Fuck it. How far would no? That would hit him. Okay. He like points a hand out the window. He goes like this with his fingers, or no? He just like finger guns and casts Scorching Ray at the mommy.
Nice.
So 3 little blasts of fire towards the mama.
Is it a familiar giggle?
No, it's just a ha woo! I'm gonna burn. Yeah, and he's gonna that's 3 of those that go. 19 on the first to hit, which hits. 14 second hits, and a 19 on the third. So all is it 3 scorching rays? 3? Yeah, all 3 hit. So that's 2. That's
Damn.
2d6
66.
each. Yeah. First one is 9 damage.
Ooh.
She's looking hurt now. Man, I really don't want to kill her though. 7 fire damage. And then the final ray is 10 fire damage. 9, 7, 10.
Damn, he just did
Hot damn.
all of our party's damage.
And he's gonna go, well, never done that one before. And then bonus action, he's gonna tell Cabbage to do another spit.
Nice.
So
Spit on
Cabbage is gonna go, and a fiery ball of phlegm goes sailing towards the mama. What is it for Cabbage here? D20 plus 7 to hit, because it's my spell modifier.
Nice.
15 plus 7.
Jeez.
Damn,
For
cabbage.
Go, bro.
4 fire damage. Just
Damn.
That's Leek's turn, bringing us back to Hopper.
Okay, cool. I'm standing. I'm going to run. Is Vonkar still prone?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There's no way
I'm
you're
going
lifting Vonkar.
I'm gonna run up to Vonkar, a very large Vonkar, and I'm going to rabbit hop off of him and onto the back of this thing.
Okay.
And as I land, I'm going to stab my sword down into its carapace for my
Nice.
first action.
Go for it. Make an attack roll on it as you leap off of Vonkar's chest. Just this tiny little rabbit just leaps off of you while you're prone.
It's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. That's 8 piercing damage.
Oof. It's looking real bad as you sink the sword into its back.
and then action surge.
Yeah,
Do
Those
another
fighter
short
barrels.
sword attack.
Go for it.
And I'm actually just gonna pull the blade through to the front of
Yeah.
its head and
Go for it.
slide down in
Go for
between it and Vonkar. Oh, it's only a 12. Crazy.
You get stuck on it, like snags on the wings. The wing
Okay.
giants.
It's like one of those holes is just kind of tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You crush a sprite inside its home. Just no. And some black milk sprays out. Just,
Oh.
So I killed something. Yes.
by accident.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, that's an angry.
And then as you like look in the holes,
How do you kill what hasn't been born?
as you look in, as you look in the holes, each hole is
What
a
is
teat.
dead may never die.
As you look in the holes, each hole is a teat.
I'm just gonna stay here on this thing's back then.
Okay. Sick. That's gonna bring us to Torger. This thing's looking real bad. It just got burned heavily. The little rabbit bipedal hopper is just hanging on the back with sword through its like spine.
It also has a short sword, right? Like he also
Yeah.
has a short sword.
He has a
Hopper
short
also-
sword.
Hopper, yeah.
So yeah, so I think Torture says he's close is going to put his hand around that sword and go a sploosh and try
Alright.
and help pull that lever
Yeah,
as
making
a short
it-
sword attack.
Yeah, go for it. I almost said advantage because of pack tactics, but no one's playing coin.
No one's playing coin.
Ooh!
Old habits.
A help action, though, right?
No.
All right, well that's a 10.
It snags on the opposite wing joint.
Okay, then I am going to use a key point to do 2 extra unarmed attacks.
Go for it.
Alright,
Wild.
here's that first one. Some of us do miss coin. 19 on the first one.
That hits.
Some of us do miss coin a lot.
And then 24 on the second.
Ooh.
Yeah, both hit. Give me
Nice.
damage. Give me damage. Give me give me damage for the first one.
Damage for the first one
Yeah.
is 8 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
Yeah.
So then it's a putting his hand on the sword over the top of Hopper's hand. Like Hopper's like, I imagine on the back, just like trying to rip through it, can't get through.
Yeah.
And then it's like yeah, I got you, buddy, and trying to push it through
Oh.
and hitting
never.
the same joint.
Never mind. It's too late. Keep going.
Hitting the same joint and then looking to Hopper and seeing what they're like, what's the plan here? Does Hopper have anything?
I think if he could, he turns a few cogs on his scabbard, and like to assist, he casts Sword Burst,
Sure.
like for flavor, not for
What is
actual
sword-
added damage.
Yeah, what is Sword Burst? What does that mean?
Sword Burst is basically it's like as he slams down on the go button, basically, just 9 different other short swords come out from him, and point downwards at whatever you're targeting. Just like spectral swords.
Beautiful. So left-handedly, not the right hand that he arm wrestled Antyr
Buying
with.
it?
So the left hand grabs it, starts ripping through, notices, looks at Hopper, starts going through, then stops, half smiles, looks back at Antyr, wherever they are on the battlefield, and just turns the hat around, goes full yard, and just left arm crosses over and slams down through the back of this mother. 9 extra swords through to like
9 extra swords.
Excellent.
just
Yeah, and it,
slamming swords and everything just through its back.
So it's revealed that
Down.
his strong arm was his left arm.
Oh, yeah.
Homing it down through.
The mother dies, and all of the sprites inside just dissolve into the black milk.
Then it's whip, 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 whip. At an extra attack, I'm gonna try and help everyone just pull people up.
And Cabbage, the weird fire teddy bear, is still floating in the air there. The fingers are like going like this so it can stay aloft.
It
Grin.
flies like this?
Yeah. The big
That's
arms and the big arms that
amazing.
stick out of it don't flap. The fingers just wiggle.
Oh.
Grin pops out of invisibility in front of Vonkar.
Yeah, well, we did. I didn't do much.
Oh, neither did I.
Yeah, well,
We
we have
found a
good
good.
friends.
Yeah, we got good friends. I think we made some good decisions, so Vonkar.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Right.
we did a good job.
We did.
Vonkar, you can get big too?
Yeah.
I can get big too.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
Is that just like when you get like angry, or is it like I think you just naturally that happens when
You know,
things
sometimes
escalate?
you use in combat and you go, oh, I want to get real big, and then you just think about it and you do it, right, Vonkar? You think about it, you do it.
There was that, and then there was the second in beginning, which is slightly different, but
Yeah, that's got to be his like something different. But you think about it, you're like, I want to be big.
yeah,
And
just
then
comes
you-
natural.
Just grow. Oh,
So, Vonkar, were you bigger than you were before?
No, Vonkar double bigged on the ship.
Oh,
Oh,
did
God.
He double
Yeah.
bigged on the ship? Oh, okay.
No, because you
I
couldn't
thought-
fit,
I thought
you
you
couldn't
chose
fit,
not
you
to.
couldn't fit
Oh
in the
no, it's
hallway.
right. He only singled big. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
only
So-
single big.
Only single big. He's only single big.
Sorry, we
guys,
only
don't
multiplied
worry.
by 2,
So-
not by 4.
So Grin has only seen you. Grin has
Yes.
only seen you single big.
Single big, which is how big he is right now. Because
Yeah.
he's still large
Yeah.
size at the moment.
Yeah.
And
And,
I'm also
once a minute goes by, he just shrinks back down.
and I'm super happy you used the word embiggened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The bear is just staring at people with its wide, unblinking, bulging human eyes that have been sewed into it.
Hmm. So that was kind of weird. These guys look kind of like me.
Yes, what was that about? Did you know them?
No. I think the only ones that look like me that I know were people that were the ones that I met when I was born. And that was like 5. I mean, I think on the material plane it was 5 years ago. Ish.
Question, DM.
Yeah.
Does this forest, now that we've been here a while, does it look like any of the regions of Prismere?
Nope.
No?
Antyr is steward, and y'all see glass tick, tick, tick move as some force crawls out of the window that you can't see. And Antyr is going to approach, and as Antyr approaches the mother, they reach into their bag and hand over to nothing, but the bag holds up and opens, and you see these small vials and instruments begin to kind of be pulled out. And Antyr is going to does it appear like anything like this? It's when you say milk, is it just milk, or is it?
It looks like an
uh,
inky black milk.
Okay,
That just it's just
Ant-
like seeping out of the holes in its body now.
Antyr is gonna do some specimen collection, so gonna get some of the milk, and gonna sever off some of the probably a teat, and then a little bit of the mother's flesh.
Okay.
Some of the wing portions, and just
Sure.
kind of break those up in the vials and hand them over. So Antyr will spend just time field testing or field collection. If
Okay.
you will.
Grin's looking over their shoulder and was just like,
You worshiping in gods?
while they're like cutting and getting samples and stuff.
Not necessarily. Well, actually, I think yes, here they do. There is a god of time. I'm fairly certain. But no, I don't. worship anything in particular? Why?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in that little head of yours.
Everything has use. So,
I mean, Papa would agree.
so these are the creatures appeared fey in nature, so potentially maybe there's some residual lingering effects. I don't know, but I'll play around with it later. Um, you don't mind as they grab one of the sprites dissolved fully.
They're all like splattered glitter bombs everywhere.
Try to piece some sprite
Sure.
parts and stuff it into one of the vials. Sorry.
There's
Turn
like a
and do it
whole
away.
there's like a whole old lady in the shack with like a belly full of that stuff.
I did see that. You make a good point. Steward, one more place, and Antyr's gonna head inside. The
Okay.
bag ting, 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 ting,
The fluid,
jingles behind.
the fluid in the belly looks 100% the exact same fluid that was coming out of the mother.
No, okay. Gonna collect some mold samples. There's like a variety of different molds. Apparently, they do have an herbalism kit, so they'll start doing that.
Leek will
do
help
they?
you out because Leek also has
Oh.
an herbalism kit and is proficient
Oh,
in it.
nice.
Perfect. Yeah.
And you see he's also like sniffing some of the mushrooms and licking them and then putting them in a separate pouch. I can cook. That's all they say.
Beautiful.
Because
Alright,
they've got the chef feet.
Does for the sake of this, does Antyr spot the cracked pearl necklace?
Yeah, I think so.
Antyr, steward, collect that.
Picks it up.
You. Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's worth 15 gold, well cracked. Probably about not much more when it's fixed.
Antyr can do some fun magic.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, changing. So yeah, Antyr will spend time with Leek gathering up usable things.
Leek has like a bunch of like utensils, like knives and forks, and he's using the knife to like cut some like mushrooms off the walls, some off the carpet, some off the old lady. Anybody else doing anything for this little bit?
I'm gonna stand next to the carapace tuning a few of the gears on my bracer, and then I'm gonna join the Duergar boys.
Okay.
Nice.
Just awkward, like the awkward introvert forcing themselves to socialize. She's like, so that was pretty epic, am I right? Torger's finishing blow that we, tag teamed on was pretty sick, yo.
Yeah, I's never met anyone's like you. Would you say that you's like a normal creature that's like generally like a goods thing?
Before I came here, yes. I thought of myself as generally good. If in
So-
the Feywild sense.
So Torger's gonna roll up the pant leg on his right leg, and then give himself a rabbit tattoo
Aww.
right above his knee,
Aww.
like a small, but it's like a smaller rabbit tattoo.
Yeah.
Like, there's room to grow.
Exactly.
Gonna give himself a small rabbit tattoo. That's a win.
Perfect. Vonkar, are you doing anything?
Vonkar's gonna. You said there was like still some of the black milk just like oozing around, right?
Out of the body of the sprite mama, and some still pooling inside the belly of the old lady in the bed.
Yeah, okay. Vonkar's just sitting down next to the mama. He's just gonna like, while these two are talking, he's just sitting there listening, but he's just gonna like scoop up some of his fingers and just be like doing,
It feels like milk.
just sticking it and just like rubbing it in his fingers.
Yeah, it has like the texture of like a milk. Okay. Let me look at your character sheet.
Oh no.
Let me look at your character sheet.
Okay.
Give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
All right. Dirty 20.
Cool. The milk's terrible, and you. It's up to you if you spit it out or not.
Swallow it. Swallow
Okay,
it.
so you spit it all out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What was that?
Oh, wait, Vonkar, are we supposed to try this one? Are we supposed to try to drink it?
Oh, I wouldn't. That tasted awful.
Oh, okay. Like, I was gonna say, it was...
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I do not think it was like the walrus milk.
Oh, you mean it's the best milk I've ever had?
Yes, I do not think it is anything
So
like that.
thick, so sweet.
I can turn into animals, but you wouldn't be able to milk me. Because I can only turn into boy animals.
Yes, but also, I mean...
That feels like an invasion of personal space.
Yeah, if I've had, like, a full-on conversation with someone, I prefer not to milk them.
I'm
not
not just
trying to be
saying.
weird about it.
I can turn into
but,
animals.
Yeah, usually I tries not to make a habit of milking my friends.
All right.
Cool.
Mama milks all her friends.
Oh,
Oh,
Your mother is a very unique kind of person.
Mm.
yes, I believe she's the exception and not the rule.
Y'all love my
that-
mama.
Oh, yeah?
She was quite lovely. She was-
Sure.
I learned how to cook from her.
She makes excellent tea.
Could we take a minute, take a breather? That was a lot,
Like a short rest.
essentially, yeah.
Okay. Well, you're taking a short rest then. Because of this wonderful feat. Leek is going to set up in the middle of the house where the cooking pit is, clean it up a bit. And over the course of the short rest, he's going to start cooking up some of the mushrooms he harvested in the house that he deemed safe with his survival check. Creatures equal to 4 plus your proficiency bonus. Okay,
The 6.
so 6. Enough food for 6 people.
Very nice.
And with that, if anyone eats the meal he's making, at the end of the short rest, you can spend 1 more hit die to regain hit points. And then... Wait. At the end of the short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points. Oh, you regain an extra d8 if you spend hit dice.
Oh, okay.
So I roll a d8. You can roll an additional d8 and see how many more hit points you get at the end of the short rest.
I'm going to do Arcane Recovery and get 2 spell slots.
So you do get a short rest, though.
I'm gonna use second wind before the short rest.
As the short rest is happening and Leek's cooking the food in the shack, you see Captain, the eye familiar, disappear, and you see the teddy bear just drop to the floor, and the wings, the arm wings, go back into the body, and it just hits the floor, and he picks it up and ties it off to his waist, and then cooks the little meal for 6 people.
I'm gonna do the same thing as Hopper and second wind right before we rest.
Cool. And yeah,
Smart.
anyone who spends hit dice during the short rest, you can roll an extra d8 for your hit points back. So, hit dice for your short rest, and an extra d8 because Leek is making a meal for 6 people. So whoever eats the meal gets. He would offer everyone the meal except for Creep.
Fair.
He's the worst.
Because he's the worst.
He's the worst.
He's not exactly the worst anymore. He helped Hopper stand up, so at least in Hopper's eye, he's not. He's still bottom of the list, but he's not the worst.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, Grin pulled him through the window to do that.
I mean, he still did it.
Is anyone eating the food to get the extra d8 hit points if you need it?
I mean, I'll eat
yes.
it, but I don't need it.
Yeah, we'll eat it as well.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
Just a mushroom stew that he gathered from the mushrooms in the shack.
Yeah, Grin will eat up too.
I have a question. If
Yeah.
you don't use your hit dice, can you still use the D8
No, you have to spend your hit dice to do
You
it.
spend at least one.
You have to
hit
spend
die.
at least one.
I guess I'm gonna do it anyway to be polite, but I am gonna still use one, and I can't imagine that a D8 plus a D.
He can do it every short rest as long as he has ingredients, and then he can do another meal after a long rest. That's a little more substantial.
I only had 3 damage, and I roll a D8 plus 2 to heal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
so it's
can't
fine.
get
You
less
still
than the
eat,
3
but
I
you just
needed.
don't
Yeah.
heal from it.
But I'm using a hit dice. I was
But,
trying not to use a hit dice.
As you all gather around the interior of the shack, snacking on this nice meal of mushrooms harvested off the old lady, her furniture. It's a nice warming meal. It's comforting. It's warm. It tastes surprising. Actually, you know what? Tastes surprisingly okay. And as you all,
Wow, Leek, this is pretty good.
thanks, I learned how to do it from my mama, but never harvested mushrooms off of a person's corpse before.
What?
Is that you?
What?
Yeah, the mushrooms. Some of the mushrooms in the stew are from the old lady over there, and he points over the old lady in the bed. You can see places where mushrooms were cut off of the skin, but no skin was damaged. So no skin was attached to the mushrooms when they're added to the stew.
I was noticing a je ne sais quoi to the stew.
Little extra oomph.
A little extra.
Well, eat up.
While we're eating, I want to sit next to Vonkar and just slurping the stew.
So, where did you train, monsieur?
Oh, here and there. It's been a while, so hard to remember exactly where I picked things up. It's more about remembering now than anything.
Yes, the muscle memory,
As one would say.
the getting big thing. I saw Torger do it. You do it like twice, so?
When did you see Torger do it?
Did I see?
Oh, because
No.
I was hiding during the fight.
You didn't see
He didn't do it?
Vonkar did.
Never mind.
I saw you got super big during the fight. Is that part of your training?
Kinda. I mean, well, part of it is, me, people like me and Torger can just kind of do that. It takes a
Also,
little bit of
Torger
training.
can do it as well.
I think so.
Huh.
But yeah, it takes a little bit of training and, dare I say, talent. But, the other one is kind of something I figured out. I've got a couple of runes here, and he'll show. He's got Vonkar has this big sunburst necklace that is like always around his neck, around a chain. But he does flip it around, and on the back end of it is like a glowing. Let me remember which one's which. Yeah, it's a glowing, like light blue rune. That actually, as we're resting, like the glow to it is just like gradually returning to life. Like it was dark, but just the more we rest, the brighter it gets. And then he'll flip he'll show his belt buckle. He's got a gray one on it that is doing the same thing and is gradually returning. He says, "Oh yeah, so I learned about these are giant runes. So I learned a little bit about found one of their ruins and I learned a little bit about the giant language and some other magic, and well, part of that lets you get big like one."
That is very cool.
Yeah. It was a little, it was like well, it was sort of like a family trip with my niece.
With your niece, you have extended family?
Well, sorta. You ever have those, you ever have that aunt or uncle in your family that's not really related to anybody, but you still just call them aunt or uncle?
Yep.
Yes, I have a very large family.
Yeah, in that same way, I'm her Uncle Vonkar. Family friend, but I've been around for a while.
I see. Well, I hope you do not die on our adventure, so you may return to her.
Oh, I'm hoping.
What a thing.
But it's always a risk.
I have learned that the hard way.
Where did everybody else learn how to fight? Or like learn how to do what they do.
Well, I guess I will start since I was
Mhm.
part of the original conversation. Um, I was a, you know how I introduced myself as a Chevalier de Garde Verte? In Sylvan, that means Knight of the Green Guard. We were Lord Oberon's personal guards. And that is where I
Oh.
learned to fight.
That that sounds like it would require a lot of training, especially guarding someone who's so powerful.
Yes, it does. Lots of trips back and forth from the training grounds to home and back again. Very long trip.
Sounds like you're training to run a marathon.
I am very good at hopping, as you saw.
Torger, would you like to? Well, I think we understand what Torger learned to fight. Or is there more to your story than just being pushed to do it? Am I mistaken on how you referenced it in the past?
Oh,
Couple hours ago?
what happened was is I was the I learned how to I always protect everyone in our village. I learned how to fight in the village, and then I was the fastest in the running of the Umberhawks, and then I was nominated to go and find all the information, and then the first people I come across, they's like, oh, what you's got to do is you's got to fight, and then I was like, oh yeah, let's do it, and then I was like, oh, come at me, bro, and then you get punched in the mouth. Like, there's only so many times that you get punched in the face that you think, oh, I should not get punched in the face. And then what you do is you learn how to get faster.
Beautiful.
Is there more than that?
Not that I
Not-
would think so.
It doesn't seem like there's more than that. Like, what's
Was this before or after you left the Underdark?
what? Oh, do you mean before I saw the big the You mean before I saw Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was before I saw Sky. This was pre-Sky.
Okay.
Sky.
Right?
That was a big day. I
Right.
mean, not to. Yeah, right, Vonkar. Yous looks like you's someone who thinks the sky's pretty big.
Well, it's been a while since I first saw my first sky, but I remember it was. I don't remember the day, but I remember it was a big deal. I remember the feeling. I don't remember anything else.
Yeah. I feel like yous and I's got a lot more to talk about than yous letting on.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
It's quite old.
Oh
You
yeah.
seem like the person who has a lot of stories to tell.
Who, me?
Oui.
Oh, if I can remember them.
Yeah, it feels like we're putting a lot of weird pressure. Just like I don't want to put any sort of ageism on you, because you's like a real old grizzlebeard, and I's just sort of a lackbeard. I just got out of lackbeard, so I just don't want to put any pressure on you. Just in case if we put too much, it might cause your beard to fall out.
No, I think it's doing all right, but I gotta tell you, memory ain't what it used to be.
Really? Do you know why you're losing your memory? Or not pressure. I just think word sometimes curses makes you lose your memory.
Curses?
Yeah, there are curses that they just go and then it's like what?
No, no,
what
no, I think it's just getting old. And, maybe a little too much to drink here and there.
Did you ever take any blows to the head when you were younger?
Absolutely, yes.
It is probably that then.
It's also a possibility. I think it's a combination of things. I don't think it's any one thing.
Where did you?
all
Where
I
did
do
the-
is all I do is drink things and takes blows to the head.
Your memory is going to be
We should get you a helmet.
less and less and less. We'll get you a little leather cap to wear on your head whenever you go into
Or a
Fights.
very light metallic padded one that has some sort of face guard.
Like he just puts the mask back on.
Oh.
Yeah, you can hear as soon as you do. You can hear crows outside. Just
Putting it back on.
The crows are back.
and you can just see crows looking through the windows. One perches on the windowsill of the broken window and just looks in.
Should we fix the window?
no.
Glass blower?
Well, no, I have a little bit of magic that I can do to repair it.
You have to
Oh,
collect
that's
every
very
single
nice.
shard of glass.
Yeah, I just spend the rest of the short rest casting mending on the window.
Like
No,
completing
I
a
don't.
puzzle, you got to find the right pieces to go together.
Yeah.
It's just
gotta
the end
pull
of
out-
Monsters
You,
Inc.
you pull out a shard from the creep.
Yeah.
Cousin oh yeah, there's two broken windows. Cousin Antyr.
Yes.
Cousin. Where are you from? Or you already said that.
Mhm.
How do you do what you do?
Oh.
And they're just staring at you with their cross-eyed big eyes.
Well, whenever I was selected, I had capable, I was capable magically with the arcanes, which you kind of need to be, and I was brought in. I was ascended, and my education was slower, it seems. In the sense that time is very different than it is here. So we took our time. We took what we needed to, and we learned slowly, if you will. It's hard to conceptualize if you've never been. Anyway, my abilities and my magical practices have been amplified since I've been here. So I've needed to. I've learned to adapt to understand my magics deeper at a quicker pace. I don't have the same luxury of not being stuck in time, if you will.
All right.
Oh, and this dangles the silver chain cord. It's a conduit. Where did you learn your magics, little Leek?
Oh, well, I never used to look like this, apparently. I used to be a little actual gecko.
Oh,
And, we grew up in the Heart Rock Grove. And, 6 years ago, I think. 8 years ago. That many. Shows up like 4 fingers twice. And, one by one, my siblings were eaten by animals. I ran away, hid in a big plant. Big old plant. And then I was found by Mama. She found me as a little lizard, took me out of the plant, nursed me back to health, and then did something. made me a little bigger and gave me the ability to speak and do magic and talk and have friends.
Good.
Helped me learn magic.
Good.
Did a very good job, Leek.
I know. Helped me capture this face spirit and turn it into my best friend, Captain. And then made Cabbage, my teddy bear, that I harness my abilities through. Otherwise, I'll burn everything down.
Good.
When you're testing out my abilities, I only killed a few people by accident. But they said, Mama said she could use the. Said that they wouldn't go to waste.
Waste not, what not.
Made curtains out of them.
I think I saw those curtains.
Yeah, they're my
actually.
favorite. You should see my bedroom.
One day, we did promise to return you to your mother. I think, on that note, I think we should continue on. Yes.
I agree. Yes.
All right. Leek cleans up all the cooking supplies, and as you all get ready to leave, you all make your way out of the shack and begin heading back down the road, following the path to the west. And that's what we're going to end the session for the week.
Ooh.
Woo!
And there we
First
are.
party fight!
Yeah.
Oh.
First big party fight. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It went okay.
It was a fight.
Yeah.
it was.
We all found out that after playing with each other for, some of us are 4 years in, some of us are 2 years in, some of us are more than 4 years in. What we found is we all are just good semi-damagers who want to support each other.
I feel like last campaign we made characters that were all like the center of their own stories, and now we're like, I want to play a support character this time.
That's great.
Well, Drug was like rogue, so he's like all focused on damage.
Yeah.
This time around we got weirdos and three people that are four characters hilariously with ties to the Feywild. So but that's it. We'll be back next week for a little bit more as you all make your way towards Rotwallow Tower.
Yeah.
Oh, tower.
I did. In the talk of training and everything, there was one more thing I felt was important to mention
yes.
for Vonkar that everyone would probably notice having fought with him and sat around talking about fighting. Vonkar does not have a weapon on him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point.
That is a very valid point.
But as you all make your way down the road in the direction of that tower on the sign, we're going to end it there. We'll see you all next week for a little more of this